Hi, and welcome to episode 21 of the Muscle News and Merlin Bodybuilding podcast. I was going to say contest. We're live today on
Yep.
YouTube for the first time. So we're testing things out. What do you think, Eric?
I think that whatever, let's see what happens. It's an
Yeah,
adventure.
see what
So
happens.
and
You know, we
just
have
I
people
have my
can
friend
comment.
here,
There he
Mini
is.
Merlin, who
Yeah,
he wants to contribute a little bit to the podcast. He feels he's more important
yeah.
than I am. I don't know if that's true, but he just wanted to show up on camera and wave to anybody who's out there and let him know
Yeah,
that he's the brains
yeah,
behind all of this.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
yes,
And I
here we
have
go.
I have Mr.
You have the
Uh,
poop guy,
the
angry
poop
poop.
guy. If somebody
Yeah, he's
starts
great. I love him. He's cool.
this is there he is. Oh shit, his teeth are
We
gone.
should you should hold that up every time we disagree with something that happens. We should say this is how we feel about it.
Yeah, this guy gets the poop award, you
Yeah,
know.
the poop award.
So it was
It's quite a weekend.
yeah, you were there,
I
really
was there.
close.
I had very any commentary I have where a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, but it's different when you watch a live stream versus being there." I was there.
Yeah,
We had very, very good seats. We were very, very lucky that you actually talked to the people there and got us really nice seats for our
yeah,
podcast.
yeah, yeah.
And it was a great weekend. It was really a lot of fun.
Of course. I was following it on the live feed uh as much as I could. I mean Friday, no, Saturday evening I had to go out. It was my anniversary, 29 years.
Well,
So
congratulations.
So there was a point where we just left and the men's physique guys were up, right? So we went
Yep.
out, we ate, we left. I go back on the live feed. The men's physique guys are still going at it, almost.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was so long, you know?
Yeah, it was so many. There's so many guys. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
And
very, very. There's a lot of
I
competitors, which
mean,
I think there'll be a little bit less next year due to
yeah,
the new
because
rules. But
double qualification and points.
but
So
yeah.
um basically I think everything I people can I don't know why people complained. I thought the stream was quite good. All right. Um, I mean, come on. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't have any problems with it. And obviously, some people were saying things about the prize money and all this stuff. The Arnold's has more and stuff, but this is the Olympia at the end of the day. I it's the biggest event, and I think when you win it, all right, the prize money is important, but I don't think the athlete, they want that title. You saw Raymond
Well,
with the classic
Ramon
physique.
Dino.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I
Ramon
mean,
Dino.
I think I agree. I think that everybody, regardless of the prize money, the Olympia title still remains
Yeah,
the ultimate title that everybody
yeah,
wants. That
yeah,
is still always going to be that way.
yeah,
However, let me just note that I was actually surprised that they didn't at least match or surpass Arnold's prize
yeah,
money. Just surprised. I don't have any opinion on it as to say that's terrible, this or that. I was just surprised. I was actually expecting them you know, uh, because it's the ultimate
yeah.
show,
But
I was expecting them to say, okay, well, we have to raise the prize money to match
yeah,
what Arnold did, and that's what we have to do. Maybe they'll do it next year, but I do
listen,
agree that no matter what,
they
I would
put
say
out.
that if Derek, let's just say Derek, who won both the Arnold and the Olympia, I would bet to say that if somebody came to him and said, unfortunately, you have to give up one of them,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
for some
yeah,
strange
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
the prize money versus of the Arnold or he would take the Olympia title just because that's the ultimate title in the
Of
sport.
course, of course. I mean, I think all in all, they spent over 2.1 million in prize funds, right? So
Yeah.
it's not cheap. Plus, he has to pay for everybody to come there, hotels.
Yes.
So it's a financial burden, for the Olympia. It's not cheap. So There was that
Yeah.
agreement between Arnold and the Weeders back then that the Arnold Classic will never have more prize money than the Olympia. But that until 2 years ago, that fell through. Arnold decided to, cut, just cut it off and go his own way. Good for him. But still, at the end, they don't have as many categories, you know.
It's a little easier for Arnold to offer
It's an
more.
it's an invitational. It's not by merit that you qualified. You know what I mean? So, I
Yeah.
mean, the Arnold, I see it more like if a bodybuilder has a lot of followers and he's a star like Nick Walker and things, they'll automatically get invited. So, not everybody's going to get invited. They can apply to get an invite, but it doesn't mean they're all going to get invited. So, I still love the Arnolds. It took a different kind of a different. There's like a bit of friction between the Arnolds and because you never see Arnold at the Olympia, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of sad in a way,
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
sad being that, Arnold still was, remember, he's still seven-time Mr. Olympia, and that's his
yeah,
name. I mean,
yeah.
it's
It's
kind of
sad.
sad that there's a split, but
Yeah.
things happen and whatever.
It's
We just
it gets
life
down
goes
it gets
on.
it gets down to business and
Yeah, a lot of it's business. It's all about money and it's business and
yeah,
but Arnold's show, I mean, I think it's great in general that the prize money is going up because the athletes deserve more.
of course. Of
But
course.
the Arnold Classic will always remain, in my eyes, and I think in everybody's eyes, the
Yeah.
second biggest title that you can hold. You
Yeah.
know,
So, shall we start before we start analyzing other problems that there was and things like that, small problems,
there's
the
little
highlights
little
of them?
controversies here and there, little
Yeah.
things.
Shall we just give a little thing of each winner?
Yeah, I want to definitely, we're
Okay.
probably going to
Okay.
spend for our audience to know that most of the time on the
Bodybuilding, the
212, the
classic. Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
men's and the
Yeah.
open men.
But
But I think it's important that we definitely
yeah.
congratulate all the winners,
Yeah.
show them and give them their credit.
Exactly. So we'll start with the men's wheelchair.
The
Now,
wheelchair,
the
which
wheelchair, I just want to give a shout out, and I hope he gets well and our prayers go, all towards him is Nick Nick Scott.
yeah,
He's the guy that takes care of I'm going to share the screen.
sure.
Nick takes care of, he's the guy that brought the wheelchair division, where it is today. And he's always there with the winners and things like that. But unfortunately, this weekend, the poor guy, he had a problem, things that happen, and he
Yeah,
ended
health
up
problem.
he ended up in the hospital. He was in a real lot of pain, and he immediately had to go to the hospital, and he has to have a number of operations. I mean, if you
Yeah.
go to his Instagram page, Nick, the Beast WCBB, you can read what happened, and he explains it in detail.
Yeah, he's transparent about it. I was happy though that he did show up on stage from when he
Yeah,
came out from the curtains. He
yeah,
looked like he looked like he really wanted to go. Like, it's
yeah,
obviously he was in
yeah.
pain. But I'm glad that he popped out real quick and
Yeah, he
people got
came
to
out
applaud.
and he's usually and I was like I follow him and we speak a number of times and it's like I was wondering why isn't he out there this weekend? What's wrong with him? He's such a loud, his character outgoing, but he wasn't feeling well and it almost killed him to be there. So
Yeah,
he
well,
has
look at him.
to.
There's the hospital pictures right there. That's where
Yeah,
he
yeah,
really
the
needed to
hospital
be.
pictures are there, but our prayers go out to him, and I hope he gets through
Absolutely.
this, and we see him again touring the world. The guy's always on the go, huh? On the plane, going everywhere,
Yeah.
promoting the sport. So
And he himself had an incredible
a
physique
career, yeah,
as well.
yeah, 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 and
But
so we can start off with let
is the
me.
winner James Berger, right?
Yeah, let me get his photo up. We can get this one up. It's one of the best shots. So let me share this.
Yeah, he really had a fantastic physique.
This guy, are you seeing
Yeah.
this?
Ripped.
What a physique. When I
Yeah.
saw him on
Yeah.
stage, man,
Yeah, it was even more impressive seeing it in person.
yeah. If this doesn't get you going to the gym, man, and there's no excuses, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing about this wheelchair division that
Yeah.
these guys, you know, have to, as hard as it is to get into shape, as hard as it is to do what you have to do to train to, I
Yeah.
mean, look how hard it is for these guys. These guys can't, unfortunately, get on a treadmill or get on a Stairmaster to do their cardio and help themselves get
Yeah.
ripped. They have
Yeah.
to, it's difficult for them. They can't, they're limited in the exercises they
course,
can do.
of course.
It's so much more difficult for them to get from, and yet look at the physique that he's built
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all the guys that were on that stage built. I really
Um,
commend them for
yeah,
their
yeah.
courage and their discipline, dedication, and passion.
Unbelievable. And they're getting better and better every year.
Yeah, because everything evolves, man, and even the
Yeah,
wheelchair guys like want to push it further,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
incredible that they're able to do that. But you really, like you said before, you said the perfect. What's your excuse? What's
No,
your excuse why
I
you
feel
don't
like,
not why
yeah,
why obviously not everybody wants to get on the Olympia stage, but
of
when people
course.
say, "Oh, I can't get to the gym because of this or
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
that,"
yeah.
look at these guys.
Yeah, I have a headache. I'm not going to the gym. Then you see this guy doing pull-ups with the wheelchair stuck to him,
Yeah,
and then doing, bench presses and, pull dips and
everything, anything. I mean, everything
anything,
for them
man.
is more of a task.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So
Anyways,
they deserve
congratulations to
credit.
him. I mean, one day we should, that's another thing, get, one of these guys on the
I'd love to have
show.
one of these guys on the
I'm telling
show.
you, there'd be a different angle of how they train,
Yeah.
like
Even when Nick is feeling better,
yeah,
it
Nick he would
would
love
be
to come
great.
on. I'm sure he would come on, he
Yeah.
loves the exposure for these guys and you know,
I think
that
that having one of these types of guys on there would be incredibly inspirational to
yeah.
people.
Yeah, and Nick explains each problem, each accident or whatever they had. So he explains from, not each competitor, you'll see some that are not as developed, but then he explains basically where the back injury is or so
Right. How it could affect.
some guys
Yes.
are more limited than the rest, so
Yes.
um you know you I it's bad. I don't want to say you feel sorry for them because they don't want that. They want to be
Yeah.
respected like everybody else, so it is what it is, and they did something with, they just didn't sit there and let the world fall on them, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
anyways, so congratulations to him.
Absolutely.
Next up, we can go to fitness.
Women's fitness, which was
Yeah,
yeah, you know what? This division is interesting because it doesn't really, it used to be a lot bigger than it is now in
yeah,
terms of publicity and being in the
yeah,
spotlight. But let me
yeah,
tell you something.
yeah.
The women's fitness division is the hardest division of
Of
any of them
course, of course.
because not only do they have to build their physiques, get ripped, go to the gym, train, do their cardio, diet,
Yeah,
but they have to do these routines which take so much
yeah,
energy,
yeah,
stamina,
yeah,
balance,
yeah.
strength, and they have to practice this routine on low calories. These women are, to me, unbelievable.
Exactly. So the winner was Michelle Fredua Mensah. I hope I'm saying it right.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me see if there's any other decent photos of her. You're seeing the big photo right now, right?
Yeah, yep, yep. I see
So
it
this
there.
is her. I don't know. We can get this.
There
Uh,
really was some terrific,
yeah,
amazing routines
yeah.
that,
Let me get this photo up. Look at this. She's in midair.
yeah, I
Has
mean,
to
the
be.
things that these girls do, some of the strength moves that they do
Yeah,
take a
yeah.
different kind of strength than just, basic, curling, squatting. But I mean, the
Of
things they're able to do
course.
require muscles, stabilizers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, incredible strength. I mean,
And
it's
they,
the
yeah,
balance.
and they work through injuries and
Oh, it looks like it's so just, you cringe sometimes when you see the way they land
yeah, yeah,
from these jumps and stuff. It's got to be
yeah,
so hard on them. These
yeah.
these women are amazing.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And
And I should mention that one of the girls there who, I know, Jenny Worth, was in the Olympia and she did it at age, I think she's either 48 or 49.
wow.
And
Wow.
she won the Masters Olympia early this year, which brought her a
Okay.
qualification. And her
Okay.
routine was one of the best on stage. So she's near
Okay,
50
she
and
plays 10th. Jennifer
she's
Worth.
still she's still doing it. And she was ripped.
Yeah, this is
She
her.
looked amazing.
This is her
I
if
got
you
to give her
wanna
credit.
we'll call it short. This is her. How old did
Yeah,
you say
look,
she is?
she's almost 50
Wow.
and
Good
she's ripped to
shape,
the
huh?
bone and her
Yeah.
routine
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
So just wanted to mention that even
Yeah,
at that age, she's still
of
going and
course.
doing After I think she's been in the sport. She's been doing it for almost 30 years,
Wow. Wow.
25,
So
30 years.
that was
Fitness.
fitness. So what's up next? Leave bikini for later. Women's wellness. So women's wellness, we
Women's
have
wellness has become very popular.
Eduarda Bezerra.
Yes.
So
She took the title away from Isa,
yeah,
who won last year.
sometimes they all look the same.
Well, they're all amazing. It's like,
Yeah,
I mean, the bodies on these girls
look
are
at that. Their thighs are huge,
they're well, wellness is mostly for people who might not know, mostly a lower body competition.
Yeah,
It's all about the thighs and the glutes.
yeah,
Obviously, upper body is important, but not as important as the lower
yeah,
body.
yeah.
They
Look at
really
that.
look at the size of the side of her leg. I mean, some guys wish they had legs like that.
Look at her calves.
Yeah, and her glutes
Yeah,
are from another planet.
yeah. Well,
And
congratulations.
a beautiful upper body too, and a beautiful
Yeah, of
smile and
course, of
face.
course. Yeah, yeah.
You got to get a
Congratulations.
picture from the back. I mean, do they have one? Because
Yeah, of course they do. Let
see
me
the
find it.
development of the glutes and the
Because
hamstring
they
tie-in.
take so many photos at once. Like I understand, why, but look, here it comes. Look at this. One sec.
And this is what you see girls in the gym striving for every
So
day. It's become the glutes has become its own body part
yeah,
that people
yeah,
go in and spend a day on. I mean, the women mostly.
there you go.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I
Yeah,
mean, nobody could ever know that that is what the glute muscle actually looks like,
yeah, the
how it
tie-ins. Look.
ties into the hamstrings.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. That is the main focus of this division. And I have to say, I mean, we had, uh, a new winner. She was a new winner. She took the title
Yeah,
away
lots of new
from
winners
Isa.
this weekend and lots of big shocks.
Yeah, she took
People,
the title away from Isa, and Isa looked
yeah,
absolutely amazing too. So
yeah,
that had to be close.
yeah. So that's wellness. And then we have so we did fitness, we did wheelchair, we did wellness. Then we
Uh,
can, that's a
Figure
bit more.
maybe,
Sorry?
figure maybe.
Yeah, we can go to figure. Uh so figure, Ria Gale won it. Okay. So let me just get this photo up.
Figure is an interesting division because a
It's
lot of
between.
women they jump in between this division. They might move from this
Yeah,
division to
yeah,
wellness to like women's
yeah.
physique.
You seeing
Sometimes
this?
some girls go backwards and go to this.
Yeah.
Sort of
Are
an
you
in-between division.
yeah. Are you seeing this?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So this is her
Yep. You could see
again.
just more. I mean, they have the type of
Dominant.
physique they look for is a lot of, V
Yeah,
taper,
yeah,
um, not massive development,
yeah.
but tremendous cuts
This looks like, women's bodybuilding of the 80s
of
and
the old
90s.
days. That's really what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Corey Everson, those days with Corey Everson.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say about that. And a woman like her, if she wanted to, she could easily make the leap into women's physique if she wanted to add some
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
mass, a little bit more. But yeah,
You
the
know.
girls in this division, I was actually surprised that she won. Not that I'm taking anything away from her.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple other girls that I picked
Okay.
ahead of her, but still amazing. All of them amazing.
Yeah. So women's. Shall we go to women's physique?
Let's go to physique, which we have another title exchange here.
Yeah, there's a bit of
A little
controversy. It's like
controversy.
this title is switching between
These
uh,
two,
Natalia
Natalia,
and Sarah each year.
Sarah.
You know, um, to be honest, let me get a picture of Natalia.
I
Uh,
think this was the best Natalia ever was. I have worked with Natalia in the past. I used to give her workouts years ago when she won an Arnold Classic. I think it was 2022. I was giving her
yeah.
workouts.
So
But her physique is incredible.
yeah, there's a bit of controversy because Sarah's calling her out on certain things.
I don't know
I
why
can't really,
Sarah.
I can't really find what the problem is.
I don't know the claims that she's kind of insinuating about Natalia. No, I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
I think I think Natalia beat her. Period.
Yeah. You know, I, you know, I've talked to Sarah a number of times about certain problems in the sport, when there was some controversy. So she was, from my side, she's really nice to me. But like I read what she posted, but I'm not gonna expand on it here. That
No, I
it's
don't
it's
agree
not
with
fair
her
for the
what she
women.
said, and
Yeah,
I think Natalia took the time. I mean, Sarah looked amazing. I mean, there's no two
yeah,
ways.
yeah.
It
We
wasn't like
can. I mean,
wasn't a blowout,
since this
but
this is a hot category, we
but
can get
Natalia
some
just
sort of
looked incredible,
yeah,
and I think that she
yeah.
was in her best, possibly her best ever
Uh,
condition for this show, and she deserved it, and I'm happy for her.
yeah, we can get a picture of Sarah as well.
Yeah, and like I
Her
said, Sarah
she
looked
she's
fantastic.
always in
She's never
amazing
off.
condition, but the judges saw something different this year that gave the edge to Natalia,
I think that Sarah was about as good as she was last year, and I think that
Yeah,
Natalia improved,
yeah, that's
and
the
I think
thing.
it was just enough to
I'm
beat
trying
her.
yeah, I'm trying to find a decent photo of her. Not they're all good, but a decent pose, because there's so
Yeah,
many
well, it's hard to
photos.
find a bad photo of
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, well, there's this one. Yeah. Um, you know, I think Natalia was a bit more conditioned, especially the upper body,
I
you
think
know.
Natalia was just a little bit more of everything. I think she was a little bit more conditioned, and I
Yeah,
think that her overall proportions and symmetry were a little better. And her
yeah.
physique was just there was something very dramatic about it. Her abdominal region is incredible,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it really stands out. Her thighs had more sweep.
yeah.
Um, she was full. She looked like she hit a perfect peak, and it was very hard for Sarah to
Exactly.
overcome it. But we know
Exactly.
that these two are probably going to be battling it out for the next few years. I
Yeah.
mean, probably handing the title back and forth.
Um,
But congratulations to Natalia.
yep. So let me get back to this. So I think we're almost covered all the women.
We got bodybuilding. We got to
Bikini,
do bodybuilding. Oh, bikini too.
bikini, and we'll do
Sure.
bodybuilding. So let's do bodybuilding here. Okay. Women's
Bodybuilding
bodybuilding.
to me was not a surprise.
Yeah, Andrea Shaw.
How many titles has Andrea now? Six or something? Four? Six? I don't remember.
I don't know. Let me
She's got a
check
bunch
right
of
away.
titles. I think she's got six. And her
Check.
physique, the winner's physique, Andrea was just
So this is
she's got something special.
so six, 2020 to
Yeah,
2025.
six.
Yeah,
So she's got two more, I think, to match Lenda,
yeah,
and then four more to match uh,
yeah.
Iris.
Plus Rising Phoenix before. Yeah, but she started competing when when bodybuilding was brought back into the Olympia. So she won the Rising Phoenix in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023.
But I think she
Came
lost last year.
second in 2024, and
And
she won it back again this year. So
yeah,
she was slightly off last year, maybe
yeah, but she
uh
reversed the girl who beat her at the Rising Phoenix.
yeah,
Then she went and beat her
yeah,
at the Olympia,
yeah. So let's get a picture of her. She
and
has
she's
an
got one of those.
it's
She's
just
almost like a female Ronnie Coleman.
it's there's I don't know what to say when you say I don't think she's that tall, you know. You saw her. Was she tall?
I can't really tell. She trained at the Dragon's Lair one day. I don't think she was short, but I don't think she
Yeah,
was tall. She was somewhere medium height, but I
but
can't really say for sure. But regardless,
it's
she's
gonna
got one of the
be
most
a
amazing
long
physiques.
yeah, it's gonna be a long time before somebody beats her. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you
she's
that.
got everything. She's got quads and hams
Yeah,
and glutes are striated,
yeah.
shoulders, full arms. Her back is incredible. There's really nothing on her that's weak, and her
I
condition's amazing.
I've never seen her off season. Does she really blow up off season, or does she stay a bit? Does she stay in
I don't really know for sure. I would imagine she probably stays in reasonably good
Yeah,
condition. I just don't see her, blowing up. But
yeah.
and another thing about her, she's got a very feminine look,
Yeah, that's the thing. I was about to say that. Let me try to
very
get.
feminine look, which is nice, and she's beautiful on stage, the way she presents herself.
Yeah,
It's like when she walks out there like, this is my stage. I
yeah,
own it. Take
yeah,
it from me.
yeah.
But
I mean, for her to be off. I mean, I'm trying to get a back pose.
Yeah, her back is amazing. Try to see if you can get a back pose, especially because her glutes are just wickedly strong. But a lot of the girls' glutes were, I mean, the girls' glutes are getting crazier and crazier. But she,
Yeah.
like I said, she almost reminds me of like a female Flex Wheeler.
Peon.
Yeah, like she's just got everything. I
Yeah.
mean, look at it. She's just got density and thickness everywhere, roundness, fullness.
Yeah. She put some men to shame. I'm telling you.
She put some weight male bodybuilders to shame.
I
So she's
mean,
incredible, but she's got six now.
you can't deny them. Some people say, oh, women's bodybuilding, but listen, they have every right to. And if they have good genetics, good luck to them.
Yeah,
So
and it's their choice to do what they want to do with themselves, and you know,
exactly, exactly.
everybody's going to have. It's very popular. Listen, female bodybuilding. That's why Jake brought it back. He loves
Yeah,
it.
but unfortunately, the numbers are still not. I mean, for the Olympiads, great. There was uh 13, which is good number.
That's a good number.
Good
I
number.
just
It's
think
enough.
that I think because now there are classes, so many female classes that I think popularity wise amongst females who go into
Yeah,
weight training,
yeah,
not so many of them want to have so much muscle mass.
yeah,
You even look at my friend Christina Mendoza, who was bodybuilding. She was even in the Olympia last year. She
yeah.
decided to switch over to wellness, and one of the reasons why I asked her is she said, "I just don't want to put on any more muscle." So
Hmm.
she's deciding to switch over to wellness. So after a while, I guess some
Yeah.
women decide enough is enough. So
So, finally,
we got
in the women's
bikini, which is
category, we
always
have
the most
uh
popular, I think.
bikini, which there was, oh my God,
1,000.
it goes up to 16, but you know how many 16s there are? I think there
Yeah,
was
there's got
like 68 or 60
yeah,
women.
it's insane how many.
So basically, Maureen Blanquisco won. It's not her first title. I
It's her
think it's her
second title.
second. Ashleen Little came second. Jasmine Gonzalez third. Amy Delgado fourth. Ashley Colt was her fifth. Man,
Yeah,
she
and
has won
Amy
it
and
three
Ashley are
consecutive.
both from
Yeah,
Vegas,
she won it three consecutive times when she
and she's
first
the
started.
most winning pro of all
Yeah,
time.
and she's always in the top five. She's always lingering third,
And she's
fifth,
not a kid.
second.
She's in her
Yeah,
40s,
the shock was
I think.
Laura Lee Chaptos.
Yeah, can I say something about this? I mean, listen, I have been blessed to have worked with the last three bikini winners. I've worked
Wow.
with Jen, Dory, who was not in the show this year. I've worked with Maureen, and I've worked with Laura Lee. All of them absolutely amazing people, wonderful girls, gym warriors. I'm very happy for Maureen.
Yeah,
However, Laura Lee was the winner last year,
yeah,
and I saw her last year on stage, and I saw her this year on stage, both, at the show. And I thought that she brought at least an equal package this year as she did last year. I think that she was in shape. She looks
yeah.
fantastic. Her stage presence is second to none. The way she presents herself is beautiful and sexy. And
Did
I do not see any way, shape, or form that she went from first to sixth place. I don't see it. I don't understand it.
w-
Um,
did she pulled out of the Arnold Classic, right?
she may have. I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember.
think she
She's
didn't
won a
do the
couple
Arnold.
of them.
I think she didn't do the Arnold Classic. So for me, I mean, bikini, it's really
Well, the
difficult.
thing with bikini is, and it's so funny, so many people say the same thing. They're like, I don't see the difference between first place and 10th place. It's very hard
Yeah.
because they all look amazing.
Could
It's just
it
like, what
could
is
it
it? But I just don't see Laura Lee dropping to six. If she placed second to Maureen, third, maybe, but six out of the
could
top
it
five.
be
No.
that she wasn't so not as conditioned as last year? Because her legs, like compared to, she looks like she was a bit slightly off, slightly.
Yeah, but if you look at Maureen, who won,
Yeah,
she's not as conditioned as some of
yeah.
the other girls. She
Like I
doesn't have
mean,
like a six pack of abs like the
yeah,
girl who plays second.
yeah.
So
Like
they allow her to be a little bit, I don't want to say she's off because she's bringing in what she feels, because Maureen can be leaner if she wants to be, but she's
yeah.
bringing in the package that she feels that they want to see. So I don't really understand how Laura Lee dropped to six. That's all I'm saying.
Like when you see, for example, I mean, when you see I mean, I don't know why, but for some reason, I still see Ashley as the ideal bikini athlete, you know. But even here, Ashley, do
She's
you
not
see them?
tremendously conditioned.
They look a bit heavier this year for some reason. They
Well, you
look a
know
bit
what? The pictures are making them, in person, I could tell you they look leaner than these
okay.
photos are showing.
I don't know if it's the photos that these guys are taking. These guys are the guys that took for NPC online. Because if I go to, for example, Jilko, for example, all right, let's just, this is the girl that won, right? Maureen, right? So one sec. If we go to this, look how pictures you're seeing this.
Hmm.
Look how the pictures make them look bigger, and the video they look
A little
much
smaller and
more
tinier.
realistic. You know, I don't know.
But you see how Maureen doesn't have like a six pack?
No,
You see how she just has
nothing,
a flat stomach? See
nothing.
how her leg is not really cut? Now,
Yeah.
that is not and I am not putting her down.
No, no,
She
no,
brought in
no.
the package
Yeah,
that was what they want to see, and
yeah,
she won. And
yeah,
I know Maureen because I've seen her. Listen, I used to train her.
yeah,
I've seen her leaner, but she brought in the package
yeah.
that won.
Can I?
But to me, I don't really see that if, let's say, Laura Lee was a little softer than
Yeah,
last year, why
yeah.
that should have dropped her so far. That's just something I don't understand. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not criticizing the
No,
judges,
no, no,
nothing like
no.
that. I just didn't see it. I thought that Laura Lee deserved to
Yeah. Can
definitely be in
I?
the mix for the top three.
Can I
But
ask a question?
you can certainly ask a question.
In Europe, the IFBB, the pro of the other IFBB,
Yeah.
okay, the women when they do the back pose, they remove their hair so they show their back condition. Why don't they do it in the NPC anymore?
They actually tell them not to. They actually don't want to see the back
Why?
with
They
the
train their
bikini.
back.
I don't know. I think it's just because they
I
want to
mean, I'm not
focus on the
saying
glutes.
in Europe they're styrene, but when they do their back pose like that, you can see the muscles.
I don't know. You couldn't ask me that question. You'd have to ask them and why I just know that something changed to where they tell them to put their hair. I'm pretty sure they told them to put the hair to cover their back. In wellness, I don't know if they do that or not. I'm not sure.
Because I noticed. Let me just check. I mean, we're discussing here, you know.
Yeah.
So while we're talking, not taking anything away from them, you know, just
No.
each federation. Let me see if there's a walk of some of these women here. Let me try to find one if there's a video. So let's get this girl. Okay, so let's get this girl, right? Her name is Larissa Dick. From the South American Championships of the other IFBB. Okay,
Mhm.
so look, she's probably gonna turn. All right. Uh, let her do her T walk. All right. Now
Now,
these girls,
what division do they call this bikini?
yeah, this is bikini.
Okay, so they do call it bikini. See, the
Yeah,
poses are a little bit different too. They
yeah,
tell them to
bikini
flex the legs.
fitness.
They
Yeah,
don't want you to flex the legs in American bikini.
yeah. This is bikini fitness. Some get judged down if they're a bit too muscular, you know.
Yeah, well.
Look, you see the hair, they show the
Well,
back.
look, the pose is even different. They don't have them just kind of display their rear end,
No,
like
no,
where they
no.
put their hands on their thighs and just
They do it during
okay.
the posing
Well,
rounds, you know.
apparently they there want to see what the back looks like in NPC
Yeah,
IFBB bikini. They don't want to see the
it's
back
crazy,
development
you know.
for
Like I
whatever
mean,
reason.
like for example, this girl, you can see. I'm just gonna show you this, and we'll move on to show the difference, you know. This girl's another champion. Look at her abs.
Yeah, it
You
seems
see?
like they go for a little bit harder.
Yeah, there
But
some
it's
girls. I'm
strange
telling.
though because when you know, a couple of years ago when Jenny Dory won one of her titles, she was extremely lean. So it
Yeah,
seems like they're changing uh criteria a little bit year to year. And as long to me, as long as they're telling the girls, hey, we want this look for this year or whatever it is,
yeah,
then the girls can train for it.
yeah,
That's all that should be done. But
yeah.
like I said, I used to train Maureen. I actually one of the latest videos up on my Instagram and TikTok is of me training Maureen back in 2020 or 2021. I don't remember. Uh, a total gym warrior, that girl pushes herself to the limit. one of the sweetest girls you can ever meet. So I'm so happy for her to have the title back. And and Laura
So
Lee, and I not speak to her, but I was messaging with her on Instagram and just told her to keep her head up. And she's not going anywhere. She's gonna,
yeah,
knowing her, she'll probably come back to the Arnold and kill it. So,
yeah. So it's
but
going to
it's a
be
tough
interesting
division.
to it's going to be interesting if she gets, um she makes it back, in the top again, Lauren.
I think
Uh,
she will. I think that she'll probably try to find out
yeah.
from Sandy mostly, what was it that held me back this year, and she'll
Yeah.
find out, and she'll
Yeah.
she'll work for it because she's not going to. She's still
So,
young, and you know got a
I
lot of
just
years left in her.
gotta check something really fast. Because some comments are coming in. I'm just checking something to confirm something. Um, so our friend Matt from Reps and Rumors, he has a podcast.
Uh-huh.
He's actually from Toronto. Yeah, he works in the supplement industry as well. He's been around for a while. And he did a number of years working with at Muscle Mag store in Toronto. So he knows the sport quite well. He's saying that when what do you call it? Maureen was with Muscle Tech, all right? She was more muscular, but maybe he's suggesting maybe they don't want the ripped abs, so there's a separation from the women's physique, you know?
I believe that they are trying to make, because you have to remember something too. Next year, there's also going to be the other women's
Yeah,
division,
the fit model.
fit model. So they're
Yeah,
going to have to make sure that there's a difference between each division. So I think that you're going to see the fit model division is going to be even softer than
yeah,
the bikini. It's going to get the lines are going to get very
yeah.
fine,
See,
you know.
like I said, in Europe, the fit model is totally different. They come out with a one piece, okay, a bathing suit, a one piece, because that division is more like women that will have fantastic physiques, but they may be a bit older, or there is the younger division as well. But and then they come out with a full dress with the whole leg showing, So it's more fit model. The name goes with it, But it's like the NPC changed it more as like the bikini class of 10 years ago.
Exactly. That's what it seems to be happening. It's
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
create these divisions that are just, because if you look at the first ever, if you look at what Miss Olympia bodybuilding used to
Ashley,
look like,
Ashley, yeah. Like for
and like
like how she
even
looked. Yeah.
before, if you remember what Rachel McClish looked like,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
was female bodybuilding champion, or
Yeah.
Carla Dunlap,
Yeah.
that's like almost like bikini today.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
It's
Yeah.
but it's evolution. But they do have
Yeah.
to have
It is.
lines between each division, and he's probably right. They probably want a little bit less hardness in the bikini girls. There's a little bit more hardness for the wellness girls, a
Yeah.
little bit more size on the wellness girls, and that differentiates those two divisions. But yeah, I think even when I was training Maureen that time that I just mentioned, she might have been more muscular at the time. So she's following
Yeah.
what you have to follow what the judge, and even if you're a guy, if they say to you, hey, you need to be more ripped, then next year you need to come in more
Yeah.
ripped. I mean, you have to
Yeah.
follow what they say.
Yeah. So the women's
I
we
think we've
uh
covered all the women
we covered
divisions.
all the women. So the men we shall start with men's physique,
All right.
I guess. Okay. Men's physique again.
Men's physique, which to me is like classic bodybuilding with not showing the legs.
Yeah. But you notice the shorts this year were like skin tight. They changed
Yeah,
them.
to show a little to see if your legs had some legs. I wonder if they judged that at all or if it was just
Yeah.
a look.
So I mean, I can show this picture. It's quite, nah, it's not good. Let me
I'd
show
have
you.
I'd have to say that out of all the
Ryan,
divisions,
yeah,
that
Ryan
men's
Terry won
physique,
again.
Ryan
Uh,
Terry was amazing. I
there
think out
could
of
be
this division, Kevin,
an argument that what's his name could have beat him as well. Chris Aceto's man. I think
I
Chris
think
Aceto went well
Ryan,
as a coach this weekend, we must
oh, he had
say.
a great weekend. Yeah, he had certainly
So
had a great weekend.
let me get this picture of Ryan Terry. So this is Ryan Terry. Listen, fantastic physique. I think it represents the men's physique, the beach look.
I think I was going to say before that out of all divisions, the men's physique division is probably the division that most men in this world who get into weight training would want to emulate
Yeah. Look at that.
because
And he
it's just
has
a
like the
beautiful physique.
he has leg development,
Oh,
huh?
you could see the legs for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Listen, he's doing well in it. And
It's three for him, right? Is it three titles for him?
yeah. And they suggested he might retire. He said, I'll retire on my own terms.
No, he's not retiring. He looks
How
amazing. He
how
deserved the
can you
title.
retire when you have a look like that? And he still looks fresh. I don't know
No,
how old he is. But listen,
he was on the
he
money.
looks great.
I mean, all the
And
guys in the top.
yeah,
Uh,
you
I was
can't
rooting. I was rooting hard for Brandon, who came in third because he's
yeah.
local to me. I'm friends with him. He looks fantastic. All the guys look fantastic, but he got
Like for
third.
example, just to speak about men's physique, because Ali, okay, another fantastic physique. Sorry guys, I'm clicking a lot, but it's I have to get all these photos up. This guy has a fantastic physique as
Yeah,
well.
listen, if he would have won, nobody would have complained, I don't think.
Now, he had a bit of there was that controversy of the Arnold. I think Arnold said something and he replied the prize money and all this stuff. And he made a point that many people uh, don't realize. In the Arabic states, all right, Saudi Arabia and all those countries, a lot of places, like we said, with bodybuilding, there are some parts of Saudi Arabia and stuff and the Emirates where they cannot wear men's posing trunks. So the men's bodybuilding wear the men's classic physique posing trunks, like we always uh, try to explain. Now, when it comes to men's physique, there are no problems. So what happens? All the younger men to have a chance to get on a stage, an international stage, they go towards men's physique. And that's why it's so popular, because they can wear these shorts. It's not a problem. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
covering more. They're not showing glutes and things like that.
right.
So look, I mean, that's the argument he was saying because Arnold was like making fun of them. And he said, where we come from, this is one of practically the only way to get into the sport. So you don't blame him, for getting upset a bit, because
No, I mean, I don't know why Arnold would say. I mean, like I understand Arnold's old school and he thinks you should
yeah,
be
I'm
training
old school.
legs and showing legs, and that's part of the
Listen,
physique, but this is the division.
I'm old school as well. And I take photos at the international events in Malta. When the men's physique come up, there's some of my best photos because the condition they are in and they stand still. So you have a chance to take a decent photo. There's not a lot of hiding bad body parts and stuff like that because these guys are practically perfect. So you can market them. You know what I mean? So
They're very
uh,
marketable because they're not overly sized
exactly,
and they're
exactly.
very well put together. And most of them very good looking guys, very
Yeah,
GQ looking
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
It's much more of a mainstream
yeah.
look that the general public will appreciate.
Yeah, yeah. And when they dress up, you don't, all right, some guys like to look like bodybuilders, but when they dress up, they look normal. The minute they unzip their shirt and you see these abs popping out, you
Yeah.
say, what the hell is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I think that most men who go into listen, even though bodybuilding was like the thing that started it all, open
Yeah,
bodybuilding,
yeah, yeah,
and is still the most popular in terms of fans
yeah, yeah,
division. You have to say that when I have a new client come on and it's a guy, whether it's 25 years old, 45 years old, whatever it is, and I ask them, what is it that you would like me to sculpt you into, or what physique do you aspire to?
yeah.
9 out of 10 times, it's a
Men's
physique,
physique. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's the thing,
And the older you get, you move towards that, because, there's not that size and, it's conditioning, good diet, and, you have to do your time in the gym, a lot of ab work and stuff like that. But I used to really despise it, but I learned to appreciate it. Like I appreciate every division now. I mean, because you can see what they put into it. It's not easy. It's not easy. To do any
they're
division.
still built,
No.
they're still working
Yeah.
their ass off in the
Yeah.
gym
Yeah.
and dieting, whatever. Just because they're not as big,
Yeah. Listen,
they're not
I
as
don't
big.
care who you are. if somebody gives you a road that you have a chance to get to the Olympia or another world championship or whatever as men's physique, 9 out of the 10 will take that ticket to do it. You
That's
know,
the thing.
that's the thing.
You
That's
see a
it.
Ryan Terry walking on the beach,
Yeah. What the?
every man, woman, and child is going to be staring at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
While if you see Samson Data walking on the beach, yes, people are going to stare at him, but a lot of people are going to go, "Oh, that's too much.
Yeah. They're
Oh,
gonna
that,
say he's a freak.
yeah, it's a freak." Or, "Oh, drugs, drugs, drugs." But you see somebody
Yeah.
like Ryan Terry, and it's very like,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
kind of thing you want to see on a movie screen,
Yeah.
like a superhero.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's
So
men's physique.
congratulations to Ryan for number three.
Yeah, yeah, congrats. He looked fantastic. So, we can go to 2-1. No, not 2-1-2. Yeah, 2-1-2. We can go to
Yeah,
2-1-2.
why
Yeah,
not?
why not? That was like, listen, the 2-1-2,
Didn't surprise me.
while I was watching it, um, listen, Sean Clarita gave Keon a push, huh?
I will say this. I expected Keon to be so far in front of anybody that it wasn't even a thought. But after prejudging, even though I still was 100% sure Keon was going to win, um, Sean showed up in a shape that I don't think anybody expected.
Yeah,
And if you were on Instagram and you were on social media and you were looking about people's opinions, there was an overwhelming amount of people who were picking Sean.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. No, no. I mean,
just because I think that Keon came out of prejudging only at about 90%. And I think
yeah,
Sean came out at his 100%. And Sean has a very dramatic physique, like when he hits poses.
Sean
Um,
is
so
a freak, and
he,
he
he
is a
was amazing.
confirmed giant killer because he's
Oh no,
big.
he's Sean came out in the shape that I did not expect. I didn't even think he was going to be second. I thought he was going to start
Look
to
at
move
that.
down, but he came back
Yeah.
ready to fight.
I think he was in more condition than Keon.
He might have
He,
been a little bit
what
drier.
Keon has his bigger legs, he's bigger all around. All right. But listen, man, if Keon was just that more off, this guy would have took it.
It was at least a formidable challenge here
Look at that.
From Sean, which I don't think anybody expected. Everybody expected
Yeah.
it to be an absolute cakewalk for
Yeah.
Keon.
Yeah.
However, if you really look at them,
No.
and first of all, Keon also came back better at night than he was
Yeah.
during the day.
No.
But still, to me, I've been calling Keon. I
Yeah.
call him three times. That was my nickname
Yeah.
for him all year. I've been
Yeah.
calling him three times 10 months ago because I was so sure he was going to win. And I did not think that Sean was going to beat him because Keon,
Yeah.
frankly, still has the best overall physique, I
Yes.
think, in the
Yes.
world.
Yes. Yes. But he has to. Um, he has to remember, like what we talked about and what Lee Haney talked about when he was on our show. If Keon gains too much weight, he's gonna throw off his physique, especially the mid
Mhm.
section. Do you agree with me?
I agree 100%. However, I will say that I don't believe Keon will do that.
No.
I don't believe Keon goes in the gym to become some kind of massive creature. I believe he
But
just goes in the gym to improve. And I think that his body is just so genetically gifted and he does train his ass off. I can tell
yeah,
you that. He grows, but I think he's going to keep his waist under control. I think he knows that his proportions are everything. And I think that he's not going to do that. I think he said he was 200 on stage last year. He said he was 210 this year. So I think all he needs to be is in the range of 215, 216, and he'll be unstoppable and without ruining his proportions.
yeah. Now he's gonna do the Prague, and he's going up against Michael Crizio, and I
He's
don't know
going up
who
against
else.
a monster. So
Robel,
he
I
can't try
think.
to outsize him. He's going to just
Yeah,
have to be
yeah. He's
Keon.
gonna he's gonna have listen, Sean beat Serge Olivier Jr., Reagan Grimes, so and
I think
yeah, yeah,
I think Keon, listen, I think Rizzo's a freak, and I think I'm still waiting to see him at his best. but I still think Keon's going to beat him.
You think Keon's going to beat who? Mika Crizio?
Griso, yeah,
Could be.
I
Yeah.
think he's going to.
Listen,
I think that if Keon was in the Mr. Olympia Open this year, he would have
top
been
five.
first call out
Yeah.
easily,
Yeah.
easily first call out.
Yeah. A lot of people were
So
slightly, not
I
at
think
their.
they were expecting you know what it is? Because the photos he was putting out and the videos he was putting out on Instagram were ridiculous.
Yes,
He
yes, yes.
looked ridiculous. And I don't think that I think he was a little better a week or two before the show than he
Yeah.
was the day
Yeah.
of the show. So people were a little disappointed.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. It happens. Listen, it happens to Regan. It used to happen to Steve Kuklo. It happens to Sergio. I mean, but Kean
No,
was not off. He just was off his best.
sometimes I think that maybe people might say you're crazy. Sometimes I think the color might affect the body, you know, and it might react a little bit of water, it might do a film of something. You know what I mean? It's like they look sometimes I see them better when they are at registration, when they're not really into the color and all the whatever. And then when it's like sometimes it it's not happening, you know. It could be nerves like we talked about last week, you know.
There's a lot of factors, and when your body is in such a delicate state, people have to remember your body is in such a delicate state. Your body fat is so low, your water levels are low. Any you can eat something, you can
Yeah,
eat a piece of food that may be spoiling a little
yeah,
bit. You can eat a carb that you really haven't been eating for the
yeah,
last 12 weeks.
yeah,
You can take in just a little too much of and something can happen. I
yeah,
mean, that's unfortunately a very strong possibility. And it happens a lot because sometimes I think people look amazing a week out and then they try to pull all
yeah,
these kind of tricks the last weeks, which I don't
exactly.
think they do. I'm not saying Keon did that. I'm just saying that
No,
whatever happened, something happened where he wasn't
listen,
100%.
he
But
probably
Keon at
saw
90% is still the best in the world.
He probably saw Sean. Hey, and he says, what the hell? Listen, I watched the 2-1-2. They were all fantastic. We don't have time to show everybody, but I just want to call them all out. They
They
were
were the guy who plays third, I forgot what his name is. He looked incredible.
they were all fantastic.
And then that 22 or 23-year-old kid, I think, plays fifth.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
future of
yeah.
this division.
That's the
He's the
future
future.
winner. I mean, they all looked fantastic.
They were amazing.
I'm telling you, the 2-1-2, I've always liked it, but wow, I'm telling you, talking.
They bring some amazing physiques,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
They bring some
So
amazing physiques.
we're gonna go to the most controversial
Oh yeah,
round, the men's classic physique. Ramon, Rock,
finally,
Ramon Rocaquiros, other than he's known as Ramon
you know,
Dino. All right, he is one of my favorite bodybuilders athletes. I like
I
his
agree.
personality. I
I
liked
agree.
his relations with Breon. They help each other. They got all these clips of Breon telling him to fix his color, turn the other way, and all this stuff. Listen, I was really happy when he won. Really happy. Look at that. You know.
His physique this year was the first time to me that he hit the stage in his absolute best possible condition.
Yeah.
And I knew that when he hit it 100, because he was another one of those guys that you would see him
Yeah.
3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, and he looked insane.
Yeah.
And then you'd see him on stage and you go, what happened? He looks
Yeah.
drained. He looks
Yeah.
flat. He looks
Yeah.
watery. I mean, and this year, perfect.
Listen,
Perfect.
I was listening a lot to Chris Aceto this week,
Well, you
and
want to talk about the controversy about the
yeah,
heights?
yeah. Chris Aceto is his coach. Chris
Yep.
Aceto has been his coach since he was an amateur, little kid. All right,
Mhm.
and this proved that last year he was horrible. Was it last year he was horrible or the year
Got like
before?
fourth. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
sweating on stage. It was
So
a mess.
everybody was saying get another coach.
Get it on the coach.
Leave Chris. He
He
stuck
didn't.
with Chris. They
Yep.
fixed the problem. He came back. He got his title, right? So a couple of years ago, Chris was saying, obviously there was this controversy about the height and weight ratio. Now,
But it started with Mike.
it started with
That was
Mike, but let's go back a bit. You know, Neil Hill, Mike's coach, he's ranting, he was ranting that this is not fair. We've been training for 6 months. Listen, the height and weight ratios have been on the IFBB Pro website all year for everybody to see. Okay. Now, if in the past years they were measuring just the hair and they weren't pushing it down, that's 2 inches. All right. So that's 14 pounds.
and you can control that.
Okay. So they are saying, was Chris Bumstead, did he cheat? Did he beat the system? Did Urs, when he came with his hair like this, were they trying to beat the system? And Chris said a couple of years ago, I don't know which Olympia, Ramon came in, all right? He was too short. His weight was good, but he was too short. And they say, listen, you
Well,
have 30 minutes. No,
wasn't it
no.
Kevin? Didn't he say though? Wait, didn't he say that first he was too heavy, so then he lost a bunch of weight,
Yeah.
and then we remeasured him
Yeah.
because he lost weight, he dehydrated, and he got shorter,
Yeah,
and
he
then he
got,
was
so they had
too
to stretch him out.
got to
And
stretch out to get back to the
yeah,
height.
and he made it, but when he made it to the Olympia, he was destroyed,
Yeah, it was already hurt.
depleted, and this year, I mean, they said out of the blue, maybe there was so much pressure on social media when they were seeing pictures of Mike saying, "How can he be so heavy at that height?" They said we're going to measure everybody, and all this
More,
plan. There
more
was
carefully, more
yeah,
carefully.
10 guys were out of whack, and Mike was 2 inches shorter, which means he had to lose
At 14
14,
pounds. Yeah,
14 pounds
yeah,
the day before.
yeah.
So when Mike came on, it was evident. I think it affected his upper body. He looked he looked nowhere close to the way we saw him in those photos. Now, did the Pro League screw them? No, they didn't. They emphasized the rules, and they're gonna keep doing. Look, you can tell right away, from these pictures. Um, Mike literally wasn't at his best. All right, this is one of the, but look at his upper body. It's not, he doesn't have that look that he had a couple of weeks before, you know. He looks, are you seeing this?
Yes, I'm seeing
Yeah.
all of it.
He,
And
he,
and
he looks, he doesn't look at his best. Leg
well,
development is fantastic.
yeah.
But look up here. I'm seeing him that there was a big difference between him and Ramon.
Well, as I say, I was there and I saw it, up close and personal. And I have to say that despite, I don't even know how Mike could have lost 14 pounds. I don't know how he did. How you could lose 14 pounds so fast and even be able to walk is amazing. So the fact that he even did it is
Oh, like
incredible.
his
I think
height
that he actually
development.
looked really, really good. And I think that on the normal circumstances, he would have still been good enough to win.
Yeah,
However, Ramon came into the show so good,
yeah, shredded.
so perfect, so peaked. He
Yeah.
was just too good for
No,
Mike,
no,
period.
even Urs. If Urs was there, he wouldn't have beat him.
No one was beating. I could tell you this, in my opinion, if Chris Bumstead competed again this year, he would have had a fight against Ramon because
Yeah,
Ramon was that good.
yeah. And everybody always used to say, if Ramon's on point, even Chris cannot beat him. You know?
It would have been very tough between him and Chris
Yeah,
Bumstead because that's how good Ramon was. There was not a single pose
yeah.
that
That was
Ramon did not look amazing in.
yeah,
Not a single pose.
yeah. So let's try to get, some video going here. I've been sharing, taking nothing away from Mike, huh? It's not Mike's fault, huh?
No, Mike looked great. He
I
really
mean,
did. I mean, it
Neil,
sucks that the whole they've got to do. I just want to say this. This whole height thing with
this is
dehydrating
Ramon
and being
doing it. Yeah,
shorter
yeah,
and all this stuff, I personally think that they should have a mandate of how they measure people when they're at a pro qualifier. And then I think if you turn pro and I think that should just be your height for the remainder of your career. I don't like this. You get shorter, you have to stretch yourself out. To me, it's all ridiculous. I think you should be given a height. It should be your height once you turn pro, and that should be it through the career. That's my opinion, and that would take care of that. And they could stop hiding these guys and
He
just weigh
has
them.
he has no pose. That's bad.
That's what I was saying. Look at his back. Look at that back. I mean,
Yeah.
his glutes, his quads, his hams, his arms, his shoulders, his chest.
And he's confident that, and he's not
He
sweating. He's
No,
not
that's what the
sweating
thing.
like,
There was no sweat. His color was perfect. He
yeah,
just came to win this show.
yeah.
I mean, he was just fantastic. This is what I've always wanted to see from him, and he
Look,
brought it.
Mike, I mean, to give him, he was a favorite going in. Mike looked great as well.
He
Look at
looked
like,
amazing. He if Ramon wasn't there, he wins, and he
but
still.
yeah, 14 pounds does a difference, but to,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's still amazing how good and full he looks. I mean, to lose 14 pounds, he
yeah,
still managed to come in
yeah,
brilliantly.
yeah.
I think that Mike should move up to 212. That's what I think about Mike.
Yeah, I think his physique is pushing him there,
I think he's got the frame for a 212, and I think he'd be very successful in 212, and I think that's where he should go and not try to hold back muscle. But something I definitely want to talk about though, Kevin, is that the third place finisher, Rough Diesel.
Yeah,
I have to say, I believe after watching his posing routine,
yeah,
he is the best poser in
yeah,
any
yeah,
division in the entire sport. He's the modern day Lee Labrada. His posing routine was absolutely
yeah.
fantastic,
How come
amazing.
they didn't?
If you have any footage of his posing routine,
I'm trying to look for it while you're speaking about it.
yeah, because he reminded me of Lee Labrada in the dramatic movements, the different poses, the way he used his music.
Here he
There
is.
was some great posing routines, but
Yeah,
let me tell you something. He was the best. He's the
yeah.
best in bodybuilding, I say.
I don't know if this is compulsories. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
the
is
thing is you have to watch. I invite anybody who loves great posing
yeah,
to watch it along with the music so you can hear
yeah,
the
yeah. I
music
can't put
because
yeah,
he was just
yeah,
stellar up there. He
yeah,
stole the. If there was a best poser award, this
yeah.
man
He
wins
should
it.
have got it. Yeah,
Yeah, they should be do a best poser award and give away like 10 grand for it because
yeah.
man, you want to see people pose like him. It was like you could even if you weren't a fan of his, just to watch him, you have to cheer.
Of course. Yeah,
So
this was compulsories.
yeah, and he placed third and he looked amazing. He
Yeah,
couldn't, I don't think he could overcome Mike yet, or certainly not Ramon, but posing wise, damn, damn. I
maybe
give him credit.
maybe
Because
the
I'm somebody who comes from a school of posing. I won a bunch of best poser trophies in my time. I teach posing routines, so I love the art of posing.
yeah,
So watching him, I was just like, yes, this is what it's about.
yeah. I mean the men's classic physique. There was some big shocks. Let's go. Let me.
Oh, you know, it was a big shot was Breon.
Yeah, Brian finished in 14th place.
14th, and he's been never out of the top five since he was in, and he was what, a two or three-time winner? Two-time winner?
I think he's a two-time winner. Do you think
Two-time Mr.
that
Olympia, and he's never been out of the top five.
do you think that he was off?
He says he was off. He says that he can't come down to this weight anymore and look his best. His body's changed, so he needs to do 212. I don't know that I would have had him in 14th place. I still would have had him in the top 10. Um,
Do you
but
think
he even said himself, he said, if he put something out on Instagram and he said, my body's different now. He goes, I can't, he goes, when I
yeah.
try to come down to this weight, he says, I actually hold water, like my body's suffering. I can't do it anymore. It's time for the 212.
Do you think it could be of is that exactly you're saying age? But look, this guy plays fourth. What's his name? Jose Manuel Munoz. Uh Look at the difference. Like we just saw Brion, right? Look at this. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
certain hardness in these guys, you know?
yeah, there was Brian looked a little flat, his body, and that could be it. He's just coming down too light and his muscles
Yeah.
just deflate.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
and he's in his 40s. So, I
yeah, he's
mean,
not young. He's not young. And to be fair, he's really busy during the year. He travels the world, huh?
he's a very popular
So
guy.
he's not a guy that sits around and you
But
know,
I love that he still has the fire and he's like, listen,
yeah.
I just need to transition to 212. And
Yeah.
I'd love to see him in 212.
I mean, look at this guy. He plays fifth. I mean, what the hell? He looks like a small, what's his name?
He had
Uh,
a great physique. He really did.
yeah.
I was very impressed with this
These
guy.
guys just one after the other. You start forgetting about who's going to win, you know?
Well, that's the thing. It's like in the there's so many amazing physiques in
Yeah.
classic that
Yeah.
everybody who's in the top 10, even top 15, because there's usually 40 guys on
Yeah.
stage. I mean,
Yeah.
they're amazing.
And for me, another shock was, give me a sec,
Oh, I know. Logan?
Logan.
Yeah, what happened? People were picking him for the top five.
Oh, shit, where the hell did he go? One sec.
I mean,
12th
I was
place. 12th
what time?
place.
12?
12th.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be in the top five. I don't think that I think I may have missed him. I think I might have taken a break and something. I think I might have missed him on stage.
I mean, when you see him like this,
He looks great there.
I, I don't know what I
I
don't know.
didn't see all the comparisons with them, so I can't make a say, whether I thought he was off or anything like that. But I was still surprised that he dropped so low.
I mean the conditions there. Look,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean he's been worse than this, and plays better. I don't know. I don't know.
It's kind
But
of that's
either
something
there's
to put up
so
there too.
many athletes, it's just that, the luck wasn't on his side to get picked.
You know what? I mean, also, like you said, there's so many great athletes. There could just be like a point or two separating all these guys
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
really even between 12th and 7th, they could be so close.
So
So
many
it's
athletes. There's so many.
it's a very,
54
very
there was.
it's like
54.
bikini. It's a difficult division. There's so many
Look,
good.
54 men's physique, 69 men's, no, men's classic, 54, open, oh, sorry, men's physique, 69,
Men's physique was 69, but how many
69,
in classic?
54.
So 54, he plays 12. He still beat,
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
40 something guys,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
212, there was 21 guys.
he beat
Yeah.
44 guys. So I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's still pretty. He was still in the top group. He just wasn't in the
Yeah. Yeah.
upper echelon. But
Yeah. It's just unbelievable. So
we got the big boys.
finally, men's bodybuilding.
Yep.
Our friend Derek did the Grand Slam as we kind of predicted that he might do. Um,
Well, I didn't predict him to win. I predicted him to
no,
place second.
I I picked Samson going off the way he
I just
looked,
picked Samson because I figured he was going to come in good shape and he
and
wasn't going to lose
yeah,
his title.
I'm not saying
I
Samson
had
disappointed. I heard him
no
speak.
idea
He
what was going to happen.
he came in smaller, tighter, but these guys look bigger. So, you know,
I don't even think that he was small. I don't think he was even tighter. I don't even think he was even tighter. I think he just smaller.
yeah, smaller. So
Well, you know
this is
what? You want to talk about some of the guys lower before we get to up to the
yeah,
top.
okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's talk. Let's
So
let's let's go over some of
but
the top 10.
let people remember this photo, the condition and everything like this, okay? Because this is where the controversy is. So,
Maybe let's
taking
go through
nothing
top
away
10.
from him, I don't want
I
to
mean,
be
we have
like
to give. We know Regan, who we thought was going to place higher. He was way
so.
low.
Yeah, last
We thought
place.
Urs was going to
Yeah,
do well. He placed low.
yeah, not last. 16th. There was one, two, three, four, five guys. All
Who
right,
was so? Who was those five guys? Just we
Sasan.
have to put them up.
Yeah, yeah, Sasan Harati.
Mhm.
So this is
Let me tell you something.
he was
Sasan was in amazing shape.
he
He
competed a
was as
lot.
hard as anyone up
Yeah.
there.
He competed a lot this year. All right.
Let me tell you something though. There was nobody who out conditioned him.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
as good
yeah.
as anybody. He just wasn't, there's just not enough. But I mean,
Like we always say, whatever the placing, he
I
stepped
don't
on
care.
that
He's one of the best
stage.
in the world. It doesn't
That's
matter. Yeah. But
it.
I was very impressed with him.
Yeah. He got that Olympia tracksuit, the
He was
Olympia
on the Olympia stage. How many people could
certificate.
say that?
He got everything. All
And he
right.
showed up. He showed up
Yeah.
in shape. I'm telling you, I was impressed.
Obviously, Dorian Haywood, the Masters Olympia champion. It was expected, you
Yeah,
know.
I couldn't, he doesn't have enough firepower,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he was up
yeah.
there. He
He's
wasn't in his
there.
great condition,
He enjoyed it. You know, he took the
but
invitation. All
he was
right.
in
So,
there.
you know, he did what he had to
And
do.
he's the Masters Mr. Olympia,
He's
you
the
know.
Masters Mr. Olympia. All right. Uh Now, Cheng Long Chen.
He was yeah, he wasn't very, I mean, he was amazing because he was on that stage. He just his condition was
Yeah.
so-so.
Yeah. He won a
Uh,
show. He got qualified. He
he's
made
got
it.
some big legs. He had a great most
Yeah.
muscular shot, I
But
remember, but
he
he's
has,
not quite Olympia, top Olympia
yeah,
material
he has
yet.
to, yeah, he can win a smaller show, you know, rack in the wins there. Then we have Brett Wilkin. Well, I expected that he might be a bit higher, but again,
He
when
looked
you
good.
see when you see them lined up against the rest, you know,
He looked very good alone, but
no,
he
this
just
guy can
didn't.
win any show during the year. All
He
right.
looked great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
So
just doesn't. You can't. Not everybody could be in the top 10, and he's just
yeah.
not a top 10 guy yet.
This guy was a men's physique at one point, no?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, and he has a great physique. He just needs a lot. He just needs more.
He needs more and he has to see, you know, if he's willing to do it. That's the thing, you know. Um, so Akeem, I heard him on Fuad show today. Um, he said, I mean, he was a bit disappointed. I mean, because he said he trained really hard for the show. He trained twice a day. Um, he went all out. Even Phil Heath told him he had his best look. But listen, like they said on the show, he might have got lost in the
His
he was
problem.
overlooked. Yeah.
I don't think he was overlooked. I think that from the front and sides, he looked great, but as soon as he turns around to the back,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
gets demolished. He just
yeah,
doesn't. His muscle insertions, his lats are tremendously high,
yeah.
and he just doesn't have a back that comes close to the front, and that's where it crushes him.
Well, anyways, he
But he
went
had great
home.
condition. Like from the
Yeah,
side, his thighs were crazy. You could see him right there. His arms were enormous.
yeah,
He just doesn't, and there's nothing he could really do about his back because
yeah, yeah,
that's genetic.
yeah. Well, he has a good sponsor, you know, he's still doing good. Anyways, the poor
Dude, he was on
guy,
the Olympia stage.
yeah, the poor guy went home. He part exchanged his Corvette and he bought a Porsche. So
There
you
you
really
go.
feel sorry for the guy.
Dude, we're talking about the Mr.
Yeah,
Olympia. So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in the Mr. Olympia
But
and
that's
he's
what he
been in the
said.
Mr. Olympia several
Yeah.
times.
He
So
went home and he spoiled himself. He bought
why
a Porsche
not?
Turbo S. Yeah, so good
And I
luck.
don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's still gonna,
He's gonna stay enjoying it. So what?
he'll probably try to, he's gonna keep trying to qualify. Just
So
keep getting
what?
in.
He placed in the who cares? Rubel, 15th.
That's kind of what I was expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. I look, I'm gonna put this picture up. I have nothing against the guy, like I said, I met him and stuff, but the hype. Come on, Chris Cormier saying he's gonna be the next Ronnie Coleman. Come on,
No,
Chris.
no,
Totally no leg. There's no separation.
his legs are enormous,
They are
maybe some of the
enormous.
biggest ever.
But like even Milos saying, have you ever seen legs this big? Milos, come on. There's no separation, you
If you
know?
put his legs next to like a Tom Platz, it
No.
wouldn't even
Yeah,
be a
exactly.
contest.
You put him next to Ramon, and Ramon
Well, but
blows
I'm
him.
talking about with legs of that proportion. A
Yeah.
Tom Platz,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. But, you
you
know,
can't. Paul DeMeo, who had enormous
yeah,
thighs, they still were cut and striated, and
yeah, yeah,
his just don't have it.
yeah. Jay Cutler, you know, they had big legs, you
Yeah,
know.
I
I mean,
mean, and he looked good up there. Like, I mean, he
no,
was in
he does
shape,
look good. He's a
but
freak. You know, for some reason, his arms look smaller when he does a double bicep compared to his side chest. I don't know why. It's an illusion.
his back double bicep and his side
Yeah,
chest, they do look bigger, but
yeah.
I don't really know what he can do to do better. But listen, again, he won two shows and he earned his way to the stage. And he's always going to be hugely popular because he's a
Yeah.
freak and people
Yeah.
love
Just
freaks.
compete, you know. Compete like, you know, other bodybuilders, just make a living out of it. Doesn't mean you have to win the Olympia.
Yeah. Bring up your arms, maybe try to find a
Yeah.
way to get more cuts
You
into
know,
your
get now he
legs.
just has to do the job of being a bodybuilder, do guest posing, you know, take advantage of it, you know.
Yeah.
Reagan Grimes. I
This
really
was this one upset me
let me get a
because I love Regan. I got to speak to him at the show.
you know, my Canadian, you know. It's like he was off a bit again.
Didn't look the
And
way he looked in his pictures and his
are you seeing his face a
Instagram.
bit swollen?
He came in a little flat, a little watery, um, not not what you see in the photos. There's something going on with his peaking process that's not working, because the potential is there. I mean, what a frame he has,
Yeah. No, nothing is showing,
but
you
it's
know?
not. Yeah, he's just not. And I think that when you start getting called out in like the last second to last call out, you start to just completely lose your whole
Yeah. Yeah.
motivation. And I spoke to him real quick before he went in for the finals. I got to catch him in the lobby, and but the thing is, he was in a good mood. He
No.
didn't have any kind of attitude. He just seemed like, yeah. And I just said, dude, your time is coming. And I think
Yeah.
he knows. He's just
Yeah.
got to fix some things, but his potential he's still got through the roof potential.
So, I really want him to do well. I really want him to do well.
He's a great guy, and he's got
Yeah.
a fantastic physique, and he's very popular, and
Yeah.
so approachable and great with the fans, and
Yeah.
just a good guy.
So one of the fan favorites, Urs, plays 13th. Listen, it
Yeah,
was expected, you know.
I was thinking he would maybe nab around 10th, but when I
Yeah.
saw him come out, I said, no, not going to happen. He's not hard enough here. His shape is beautiful, but he needs a lot more. His body is not quite matured into being a
No, no,
bodybuilder
that mature
yet.
muscle is not there yet.
Yeah, he's like he has the size that he put on, but
Yeah.
it's not mature size yet.
Yeah. One guy asked me today at work, he said, what's the difference between today's bodybuilders, like the ones that are like Derek and like Dorian Yates? I said, mature muscle, the way they used to train, hardcore training, they rip their bodies apart training, compared to today, they're trying to do things faster, and back then you had to train your ass off to get guest posing, so your body's always working. Today, you might do a one-off guest pose or two. Those guys used to really, you know, they used to really work. So there's a slight difference. I wish to talk about that sometime with one of these. In fact, I have my Kevin in front of the watching Netflix, flipping through his mobile, and I came across some photos today. We'll show them a bit later. Um, Talking about Netflix while I'm
Well, we
getting the
still have a
next
lot left to
picture.
go here for the open class, so
Yeah, yeah. So, 12, Jordan, quite a good placing for the guy. I mean,
he did well. He actually got noticed. He definitely got noticed.
for a guy that's not a household name,
No,
well
and
done to
it's
him.
because of his conditioning. His
Yes.
conditioning was very good.
Yeah, you can tell now for the people, while we're getting closer to first place, condition starts taking a big part,
He
in it.
he he was that conditioning. You saw the conditioning from the audience,
Yeah, yeah,
and it was enough to where the judges started giving him a little higher call outs and putting him next to certain people.
yeah,
So he earned it with conditioning.
yeah. Unfortunately, Behrus placed 11th. Not unfortunately, his first Olympia.
Well, you
He
had
was
Milos was
excited.
predicting him. I think I predicted him to be sixth, but he didn't. To me, he
Yeah.
didn't show up the way I thought he was going to show up.
Listen, there's a nice video of um, Hadi, because there was a lot of questions if they talk, but after the show or something, there was a nice thing of Hadi telling him, listen, from 8 million people in the world, or billion people in the world, you placed 11th at the Mr. Olympia for the first time. So, it's encouragement. You know what I mean? So hopefully he can come back next year knowing that he got a visa. Hopefully they'll let him in and he can plan his year properly. So
Yeah, he's got nothing. Listen, nothing. 11th is. I know that he was expecting better. I know that a lot of people were expecting better, including myself.
yeah,
I think he was a little bit off, and I think also that now that he's up against the caliber of people he's at now, he
yeah,
has some things that he's got to do. But he's
yeah.
another
I
guy
mean,
who
we,
can easily have a great year next year
yeah,
and jump into the top six.
yeah. I mean, look at him here. This can win any show. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean he's a first tier bodybuilder,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's gonna be. I think he's the kind of guy that's gonna every year he's gonna move up a little more
Yeah,
until
yeah,
he
yeah. I
creeps
s-
into that top group.
Listen, the poor guy lost 3 years or 4 years already qualified. So
Yeah,
I didn't hear Milos yet, so it's very interesting to see what happened, you know. Usually
Milos was
he's
very
so
high on him.
uh
You remember the thing that he wrote that post? He was like he checks every single box of every single
yeah,
box,
yeah, you know.
every single
Yeah. I
box.
mean, listen, Nick
So
Walker said he's gonna win, so you know.
you can't, yeah, you don't listen. Beirut, he looked amazing. He was not
Now,
100%. He got
yeah.
11th place. That's nothing to sneeze at. Look, what did Ronnie Coleman place the first time he did the Olympia?
Oh, dead
Last?
last. Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Listen, this guy, I think it's the placing was quite off. I don't know how he finished in 10th.
He looked good.
He's another Chris Aceto guy.
He looked good and he's
Yeah.
got the structure.
Can you imagine Chris Aceto with all these guys?
Well, Chris has been around for a long time and a lot of
Yeah,
people
but
trust him. I mean, and he's good at what he does.
yeah, I believe him when he said he only slept 36 hours in like only a
A
couple of
lot
hours
of
in 3 days. I
I
mean,
know
come
how
on.
hard I work, and I don't have as
Yeah,
many of these
yeah.
Olympia people.
Look at his
But I mean,
legs. This guy's a freak, huh?
dude, he's got so much potential because he's got. Look at if you look at his waist and his
Yeah,
lats, he's got still got that small waist. He's got such
yeah.
sweeping thighs, which
Listen,
remind me
he
of Jay's
was.
thighs.
I'm gonna get another. He was on. I'm not. He wasn't off. I
No,
don't know how the judges didn't compare him. To.
I could have seen him moving up another place or two.
Of course,
Yeah,
lots of
maybe
people
maybe like
mentioned it.
around the eighth place mark, but still
Yeah,
top 10. He's
yeah.
there. He's in
Of
it.
course he is. Yeah, yeah.
He's in it, and he's
Good.
got
Yeah.
a lot of potential. That guy.
Well done to Vidali Goodvito. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. A lot of
So
potential.
William Bonac, you know,
Hey, William, ninth place, man. That's an
yeah.
accomplishment.
Listen, no mention that he's going to retire. I thought he would do like some, they would call him out or something. But listen, his waist is getting a bit bigger,
His
wider.
waist is getting a little bit bigger. His back, his lats are starting to shrink a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His legs aren't as big. He's not his former self,
No,
but
no.
he's in
He's
shape.
a classic Olympia winner. I think he has a bit of problem here with his try. I don't know.
Yeah, the triceps were kind of odd. It's almost like as if he
Yeah.
tore them. Like
Yeah, it's like
they
wear and
shortened.
tear. Yeah, he's looking. I'm not saying he's looking his age, but father time is knocking down
It's
on his
catching up.
door.
Listen, he could also move into and go for the Masters Olympia in
Yeah,
27.
yeah, yeah,
But hey, he still can win. He can still go out there and win open shows. So
yeah. Of course, he
if he
finds
doesn't
one
want to
show.
retire,
Yeah, he finds one show and he qualifies for the Olympia, right?
and maybe he's still motivated to do
Yeah,
that. So maybe that's
yeah.
why he's not retiring.
Then we have Tonio Burton,
He
another
was fantastic.
great, fantastic bodybuilder.
He is the modern day Dexter Jackson in terms of just the way he looks. He
Yeah,
was in shape. The photos aren't even doing him justice. He was in shape.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was full, front to back. He was in shape. Um, he could have possibly placed a little bit higher in my eyes, but he's dangerous.
Yeah. He's a
The next guy is going to be the guy to me who is the most overlooked guy in the show.
look. He has a great Christmas tree at the back.
Oh, he's just got he's not missing anything.
Yeah, look at
He's
that.
got a great back double bicep.
Yeah, one of those bodybuilders that has no main body parts but no weaknesses either. You know.
Right. Nothing stands out, nothing really detracts.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that if he can keep adding little bits of size while keeping that proportion, he's going to move up.
Oops, I skipped a person.
Oh, please don't skip number 7.
No, number seven, my favorite,
This
one of
guy
my
to me,
all-time
I
favorite.
had my eye on him the whole night. From the second he came out, I'm like, holy
Listen,
crap.
he is finally not, we can say the most improved.
I'm not sure that I ever saw him this good. Look at the
Amazing.
size of his legs.
Yeah, he really
He
improved.
never had, look at the size of the inner thigh.
Yeah,
He
nobody,
never had
this was his
that.
weakest part.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, you know. I mean, he's not the youngest guy anymore, but like bicep development and certain
I
poses, his
I would have
skin.
put him in the top six.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that he had the condition, he had the shape, he had the proportions.
Look at that.
I mean, he was on this. This is as good as I've seen him since he won.
Yeah, amazing. Look at his look.
Look at the size of it. That was the thing that impressed me the most because most bodybuilders, when they get older, their legs is what goes first.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think it's for two reasons. I think number one, it's wear and tear
yeah,
on the spine, and that you don't get the same nerve signaling to the legs. But it's also because a lot of guys get tired of squatting and doing the
yeah,
heavy stuff.
yeah, yeah,
But his legs got way bigger.
yeah, yeah.
Incredible.
So well done to Brandon, Hopefully
Yep.
next year he'll come back,
I hope he keeps going.
just to enjoy himself. I don't care if he doesn't win
I
it. I
still
just I just
I
like
would
it.
have I would have had him sixth.
I just want him there. So now we have one of the most popular bodybuilders at the moment, Nick Walker.
Oh yeah.
He didn't place eighth like Bob Ciccarello predicted. He placed sixth. Listen, um, unfortunately, his legs are what they are. Um, when you see him like this, you see a freak, right? When you
He
see
looks
him
good in
next
that
to
shot. He looks good standing
no,
like
no,
that.
when you see him next to the other guys, he just this the difference starts to, like his legs start to show that he's, inferior to other guys from the front post,
From the
not from the
front,
side.
not from the
Yeah,
side,
no, no,
and
from the
not from
front.
the back.
Like I don't want him. Like I said, Nick is one of my favorite bodybuilders. I speak to him, he answers me. I'm not saying that we speak every day, but when I write something, he answers me. It's just that, look at that. That's a winning shot,
I mean, listen, he looks amazing, but
right?
I don't think he came in
No,
peak. I think that he missed his peak.
he said it. I heard him say it. He said
Yeah.
he has a new coach.
And I think he said his coach has never done an
Yeah,
Olympia
he's a young
level.
coach, and I admire him trusting him at such an event, not jumping ship and going to a Chris Aceto or Neil Hill or somebody else. Or he got a guy, a new coach. The new coach wasn't used to peaking twice, on a Friday, on the Friday and Saturday, right? So he said they learned a lot, and he'll be back next year. So listen. Listen, the top guys, he's sixth. So the top five guys, if somebody's off, he's gonna jump in their place, like we always said, huh?
He is still capable of giving everybody a
Yeah.
run for their money. He just wasn't at his best. I
No.
actually talked to him through Instagram after the show a little bit because I wanted him to, because he lived there in Vegas for a long time. He used to train in the
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair, so I used to talk to him every day. He's a great guy,
No, he's a great
trains
guy.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He's dedicated as they possibly can get. And he told me he's
Yeah.
thinking about doing the Arnold.
Why not? Here,
So I would love to see him do it.
he already won it.
Yeah, I think, and hey, when there's a $750,000
Yeah.
paycheck, and
Listen,
he's fully
second,
capable.
third, he's still gonna get money, and he's won the New York Pro twice in a row, right? So he
He's
can go back
still
for an
he's
listen,
still top six in the world, and
yeah.
that top
Listen,
six is still open, man.
it's great to have those rings of the New York Pro. So, what the hell? Keep competing there,
And he's one of the most popular bodybuilders in the
Yeah,
world.
he's
So I
making,
mean,
I think Martin was happy, Fitzwater, because he,
Martin
he, he beat him.
was
Yeah.
Martin looked fantastic.
Martin wanted to beat Nick. And when he got fifth place, he celebrated, you know?
Yeah. Martin is somebody that is extremely dangerous, and that if he continues to improve,
Yeah.
he can easily move into those top three spots.
I think he needed a bit more condition, or I don't know if it's these bloody photos, but
It's the photos, bro, because I was
yeah,
there and his conditioning was
yeah. I don't
on
know
spot on.
um, who took
They're
these.
looking a little bit less conditioned in the photos.
Yeah, I don't know who took these pictures. I'm using MPC online because they're all there,
I mean, it's not, sometimes you just, the lighting or whatever, it's not the
Yeah,
photographer's
yeah,
fault. It just
yeah,
doesn't hit. But I
yeah,
could tell you that he was on the money. He was
yeah.
ripped, full, waist was small, no weaknesses. And he was very, very encouraging to the other competitors too.
Yeah, he was,
He was trying to keep everybody up and
yeah,
rooting
look at
for
that.
him.
Look at that.
It's
Again,
a beautiful physique.
no weak points and no, body parts sticking out,
No, I mean everything is full. The hamstrings, the
Yeah.
quads,
He just
the
has
arms, the
to,
shoulders, the chest. His waist is
yeah.
small.
He qualified for next year, fifth, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah,
so he has no problems. He might maybe do the Arnold Classic, you know.
maybe. I mean, he's a very
I
dangerous
would
bodybuilder.
I would keep on for the Arnold, not keep on, they take a break, but you do the Arnold, shut it down, and have a break, have
Yeah,
a holiday and start,
yeah. And listen, good paychecks at the Arnold. And if you're one of the top guys,
yeah.
you know, go and get that money.
Now, our friend Samson,
This one, this one
listen,
was a shock to I think everybody.
listen, on any day that would win a show, okay?
Listen, he's still one of the best on the planet. There's no
Now,
two ways about it.
Samson has nothing to be ashamed of. He's won the Arnold. He's won the Arnold UK, I think. He's won the
He's also
Olympia.
Mr. Olympia forever, no
He
matter if he
is
ever wins it again.
Mr. Olympia. Nobody can take that away
He
from
was one
him.
of the very few Mr. Olympias,
Okay.
and
He
nobody can say
can
anything.
come back next year a bit bigger. People were saying he should leave his wife. He should get another coach instead of his wife. But listen, it is what it is. He tried something else. He came a bit
He
downsized. He played the condition game and it didn't work for him.
he was in shape 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
And here's one of the things that was the worst on him. His hamstrings
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
became very thin.
Yeah.
And as you can see, when he was 6 weeks out, he was bigger and he was harder than this.
Yeah.
I don't think that the loss in size really served him in
No.
hardness because you'd see his chest is not super striated, his delta
Yeah.
isn't striated.
He has never been, yeah.
He just
This,
came in off,
I
off,
see him
off,
as
off.
another Cedric, the late Cedric McMillan. Cedric used to say, I cannot come shredded. I can come with a nice physique, nice lines, and big. He might need, when he was bigger than everybody, he won the Olympia. He won the Olympia, you know?
I think Samson's better full.
Yeah. So he played the size game, and unfortunately, it bit him in the ass. He played the condition game, and it bit him in the ass, you know?
Well, because he probably got sick of people saying he's
Yeah.
not hard
Yeah.
like Ronnie was. He's not hard
Yeah.
enough. He's not hard
He
enough.
plays he plays fourth, all right? Now, you get a kid like
Disappointing.
this next to him, okay? And the judges start wondering, should we give this guy third, second,
Well, Andrew,
another Chris Aceto guy.
Andrew came in. He actually looked bigger than Samson.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
looked harder.
And he was
Uh,
the I thought he was gonna get the what do you call it? The award for
a popular
yeah.
bodybuilder. Yeah.
When they gave it to Hadi,
I was surprised it was
that
Hottie, but
they gave it to
uh,
Hadi, I said, that's it, what's the name? It, listen, I still think he needs to add more muscle.
he still needs more muscle. I really want him to build his forearms.
Yeah,
He's got very long forearms,
yeah.
and I think that they detract a little bit, but he
These
has
photos,
got one of the most like
yeah, these photos
dramatic
are
physiques.
these photos are not doing him justice. Let me share this. Um, these photos are not doing him justice, man. Look at that. When you see him like this, it's different.
Yeah, when he hits shots, like he's got a very dramatic look to his body, like, but he still needs a little bit
Yeah,
more.
it is.
His
But
back double bicep is really good.
when he walks, his chest is like 3D.
He obviously wants everybody to see the glutes. He has a
Yeah,
really good back double bicep.
yeah, yeah. No, no, he's there, huh? He just has to fill in more.
He's got
Each year,
third.
he's improving. He's
I think
improving.
third was a fair placing for him. That's where I
Yeah,
had him. I think that's where I predicted him
yeah,
before the show was
yeah.
third or fourth.
He's
Um,
he's improving each year.
he's just got to keep going. He's
Yeah,
also got to do a better job of listening to Steve Weinberger because Steve yelled at him a couple of
yeah. I
times
kept yelling at him.
because
Yeah,
he was not staying where he had to stay. He's like, "You're not get posing." I
yeah,
think that annoys Steve. So just listen to
yeah.
Steve.
And Steve, now our friend.
Yeah,
uh,
here's where to me the show is a little
yeah,
interesting. Hadi came out prejudging from where I sat, and I said, Hadi looks a little bit off. He looks a little
Yeah,
flat.
yeah,
He's not popping the way Hadi normally does. And when I went through prejudging, I said, right now I have Hadi in second place.
yeah.
And then I even said that Andrew would have a chance to overtake him. However, my opinion completely changed the next day. So, in my opinion, this, as much as I love Derek, great person, amazing bodybuilder,
Yeah.
I actually think that at the second part of the show, the second day, Hadi not only came in bigger, he came in harder.
Listen,
I think that he deserved to win the title. And one thing I could say about Hadi is so Steve Weinberger, if you didn't watch, I mean, watch everything. Steve Weinberger put
I
these
watched
guys
it
through their
all.
paces. They
Yeah,
put them,
four
he could
times.
not, they were having trouble.
Yeah,
And
four times.
every pose that Hadi did, he got better and
Yeah,
better till finally, in the last couple of rounds of back double bicep,
yeah,
his back looked as hard as Derek's, which is very hard to
yeah,
do because
yeah,
normally Hadi's back isn't as hard. His
yeah,
body back got as hard as Derek's, his glutes were as hard as Derek's. And I think that Hadi won more poses. And I really
yeah.
believe that he deserved that
Yeah.
Hadi deserved the
Listen,
title.
I'm gonna be act stupid here. They kept saying that Hadi had a leg injury,
They said something
which
about his right leg that it wasn't as full.
this
That I
one.
guess maybe on the outer sweep, yeah, that the outer sweep, because his left leg looks, but you know what? Jay Cutler had one leg way bigger than the other. So I don't know. Was there something wrong with? I don't know. I didn't really see anything that bugged me so
But
much.
listen, I mean, with all due respect to Chris, obviously Dave Palumbo is not gonna talk against Derek on his show when he has Chris there. He might give an opinion, but there's that little bit. I don't see. I think Derek is an amazing bodybuilder.
He absolutely is.
I still believe Hadi, like Milo says, should have had two or three Olympias in his pocket already. With his, and the thing is now age is slightly, wear and tear, the body, even the flights from to get to the USA, he still worries about it. It's not that easy. Imagine they did the Olympia closer to Iran. I think he would win right off
Well,
the bat.
I think that he deserved another Olympia this
Yeah.
time and probably one other one. So I think he should be a
And
three-time
and
Olympian.
the minute they gave him that bloody
That's
People's
the
Choice Award, I
People's
said that's
Choice
it.
Award.
I said
I
that's
knew
it.
that. Yeah, you knew though,
Yeah.
like that's almost like a consolation prize.
Yeah. And I think he knew it as well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't agree. I mean, I'm just being honest, and this is again, I think that Derek won prejudging. I really do. I
Yeah.
think he did, but I think that
Let me
Hadi more convincingly won the night show.
let me check the what do you call it?
Is there actually scoring?
Yeah, you're seeing this?
Yes.
So results, Weeder.
I wasn't sure if they put up the scores yet.
Yeah, they put them to that minute. So
So
no, Hadi beat him in the finals.
that's what I'm saying. So it was a little bit. So Derek beat him in the prejudging, and then Hadi, but I think that Hadi beat him
Yeah,
more
14-16.
convincingly in the
Yeah,
finals. So it was a 1 point
14-16.
defeat.
Yeah. And then third place, 32 points. So look at the difference, huh? They're still
Yeah.
way
So
ahead.
I would have said something more like prejudging, Derek 7, Hadi 8,
Yeah.
and then, a little more convincing, maybe 9-6 for Hadi
Yeah.
at night for like a 1 point. Oh, it's a 2 point victory. So
Yeah.
I would say a 1 or 2 point victory for Hadi. That's how I feel
Yeah.
that it turned out.
Unfortunately, in prejudging, Hadi was behind, so
Right. He didn't, and I agree with that, but I don't know. I
no.
agree with that in the end that Hadi won more
Yeah.
convincingly.
So
Um, But at least it's interesting that the judges did see at least what I saw, which is that Toddy came back better at night, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
So
and,
they're
and
they're
I just would have given him the win,
yeah. So
a close win.
congratulations to Derek. We'll put this up.
Yeah, Derek
Listen,
was
I
full. I
still
mean, one thing, Derek never came in this big. He was thick.
yeah, I still think his legs can be more conditioned.
he just, that's it. I mean, Hottie's legs are more conditioned. Hottie, I mean, his chest isn't even close to Hottie's in
Yeah,
condition. I think Hottie won more poses, and then I think by the end, Hottie's back matched Derek's,
yeah.
which is very difficult to do. So yeah, I mean,
And he had a pec tear.
Derek.
Yeah, a couple of weeks before.
Oh wow, I didn't know
It
that. It
was
doesn't really show. Must
the
not have
day
been
they
bad.
released it. It was all purple. They got it when he was bench pressing, and he stopped, and then he trained through it. Yeah.
Well, you don't see it. You don't see what you
No,
normally see with
no.
the pec tear when
So
you see a short.
I
So it
didn't
must not have been bad.
I didn't bloody. Oh, sorry. I didn't save it. I usually save this crap. Let me see if I saved it because when I come across these things, I save them on Instagram. Let me check just quickly. Um,
See, look, there's a lot of people saying here, and I'm not saying I agree with Derek's soft lungs for guest posing,
oh
good
no,
condition for a guest posing, Mr. Water. I mean, that's a
that's
little bit too far,
come on.
but I understand where they're going with it because it's not just obviously the Iranian fans are all
Oh
for
no,
Hadi.
that
And I expect
that
that.
yeah.
But I think most people would have gone. I think feel Hadi won.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, well done to
But hey, Derek won. That's what the
yeah.
judges chose. He's Mr. Olympia for the second time.
Second time Grand Slam
Congratulations to
winner. He
him.
he made over a million. He made over a
Made
million
almost
this
like
year.
1.5 million, I think, in prize
Yeah,
money
yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
yeah.
And he's going to have to fight to hold on to his title next year because
Yeah,
again,
it's not a for
it's
sure
still
win.
so close
Yeah,
between and Martin, Andrew, Sampson's going to come back. Hottie will come back.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's going to be another war next year.
I'm just looking for that man, when you don't look for something, it pops up 30 times.
Right. And
And
when you look for it is when you can't find it.
and
That's
it's
how it
my
is.
fault I didn't save it. I should be saving these things. Maybe I'm just checking before we move on to um how come these guys didn't bring it up? Um just looking really fast.
What are you trying to find? The Pectel thing?
Yeah, yeah, just the Pector thing. So um bodybuilders get all these sites by heart. Bodybuilders without borders, another good site. Uh Well, I didn't see it. If I find it, I'll share it on my Instagram. I'll share it to you.
All right.
Oh, it's nothing special. It's just him doing a bench press and it's all, he's
Purple.
it's all
Probably
purple.
very a minor tear because
Yeah, it's
otherwise
all
it would have.
purple. But listen, that can throw you out, right?
Hey, that's scary to happen. You're like, oh my God, this is happening to me two
Yeah,
weeks
I mean,
before
his
Olympics.
face was, you can tell it was like he thought, he revealed that he was injured. So, here we are. Here we are. Woo, found it.
Oh, last
Shit,
second,
my
pulled it out.
mouse, the batteries died. So, one sec. Here it is. Look at this. You
Oh, so
seen
he's doing
this?
dumbbells. Uh-huh.
Yeah, dumbbells.
Oh, something happened right there.
Yeah,
Ooh, boy. Oh,
but
that's
he's still
scary.
he's still trained through it.
Wow, I can't believe he still trained through it.
Yeah. So
I would
listen,
not have trained through that.
knowing what he went through, you kind of say, he had a big mountain to climb, and
Wow. Yeah.
he
That you got to commend him for having that kind of guts
yeah.
because that is
So
a scary thing.
he made it to the Olympia, and he won. So it's funny how they showed it afterwards, but it is what it is. So
Well, and then interestingly enough, for everybody who doesn't know, I think they're moving the Olympian 26 out of Resorts World.
they're going to the other place they were in Vegas. What do you
The
call it?
Orleans?
The Orleans. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So people, which is a bigger theater.
yeah. And
Uh,
Dave Palumbo said that if you plan your holiday right in that hotel or whatever, something right there, the hotel's really cheap. Not to
yeah. Well, the
expect
Orleans
it.
is one of the older Vegas
Yeah,
hotels, much
he said,
older.
yeah, don't
It's off.
expect.
It's not really on the strip. It's off the
Yeah,
strip.
you get
Um,
like. all kinds of people there, it's all kinds of, middle class or whatever, so don't expect to see, but you
Yeah.
listen, when you go to these events, you don't go there for the hotels. You go there for the event,
Well, yeah, no, it's actually a great theater. I've been in that theater a bunch of times to watch the Olympia. It's a great theater. It's bigger. The hotel is nothing, whatever. But and the expo, they'll probably have to take a. They usually have buses that go to the expo and
Yeah,
stuff.
because
So
the expo will be somewhere else, right?
it'd be like probably be at the convention center or whatever. But yeah, but it was held there very successfully for many years.
Yeah. So, speaking about condition and all that stuff, on my sitting in front of Netflix,
All right, well, we'll finish the show with Kevin sitting in
we'll,
front of
we'll
Netflix.
we'll skip Merlin this week because we've talked about everything. Sitting in front of Netflix watching that bloody uh
Merlin's giving you the stink eye because he's like, you're skipping me this week.
watching that bloody series. I finished it today. My God, man. As I'm a horror fan. I love horror films. All
Which one
right.
did you watch?
The monster series. What do you
Ed
call it?
Gein. I just finished it last night. The Ed Gein story.
I got when I watch these series, like me and my wife watch a lot of Netflix and stuff. We watch mafia films, action,
Mhm.
the Tulsa King, everything, Narcos, whatever.
Yeah.
And those things, there are graphic images, people getting shot, but my wife, horror films, the minute she hears, oh, in the beginning, turn the channel. So when she's out, I'll say, now's my chance. So I'll
Yes.
watch an
I
episode.
watch all that stuff.
But the last three episodes, they were so you
There
start
was some
imagining
graphic stuff in there, man.
you're in that house, the smell, I was really getting uptight watching it. I was like, thank God it's finished. It was like really heavy, heavy.
It's interesting because I had never heard of Ed Gein before this series came out.
No,
I didn't really know of him, and it's amazing to find out
the
how
Psycho,
influential he
Chainsaw
was
Massacre. Yeah,
to filmmaking.
yeah, yeah,
Psycho, Texas
yeah,
Chain
yeah,
Massacre.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, what other ones? There's another one.
Oh, who knows? Yeah,
Anyway, there was several
yeah,
that they
yeah,
showed there.
yeah, yeah,
And then how I mean, this is so weird to say, how inspirational he was to
yeah, yeah,
serial killers that followed
yeah,
him, writing him letters and stuff like
yeah,
that, saying
yeah,
you're like my idol, which is
yeah,
just
yeah,
bizarre.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it was
But
a very, very
like
and the
Psycho, it's
actor
more
who
on his
played
mother's story, and
he,
then Leatherface of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on the other level of what he used to do to people. You're like, Jesus Christ! Like, I mean, there
uh,
have been worse than him. I think Ted Bundy was worse, much
well, I
worse.
think that some people looked at him and it's like they're like, well, how do I outdo this? How do I become
Yeah,
my own?
yeah,
So they
yeah,
went even further. But man,
yeah. I'm telling
but
you, I
the thing I'm gonna have to say about since we're just talking about it,
yeah,
because
yeah. So
people
what?
might
It's
not
okay.
care,
Yeah,
but I believe that there are a lot of truly evil people in this world that just evil.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I believe that Ed Gein was just sick.
yeah, yeah. He was.
He
He was.
wasn't evil because you could see that there was a good person
Yeah,
in there that you
yeah,
almost felt bad for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that had no idea what he was doing and
yeah,
why it was wrong
yeah,
because he was schizophrenic and
yeah.
mentally disturbed,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
he actually, in the end, turned out to be a decent guy who
yeah, yeah,
he really
yeah.
was just really trying to please his
Sick.
mom,
He was a sick kid. Yeah,
He was a sick guy.
and even what's his name? Because he was in Sons of Anarchy, the main actor.
Dude, I had no idea that was him
You didn't know?
until my mother goes, God, he's so good. I loved him in Sons of Anarchy. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, he was. I go, who was he? She said, the main guy. I go,
Yeah,
Jax
yeah,
from Sons
yeah.
of Anarchy, because I had never
Because they
seen him in a
put things in his
role.
eyes. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
never saw him in a role without his beard and
yeah,
his mustache. Every
yeah.
role I've seen him in,
Yes.
he's always had that same look. He didn't, to me, I had no idea.
Yeah, and oh wait, we're finished now with the bodybuilding. There was another series of that drug goddess. What's her name? The Colombian girl that was in Modern Family. What's her name?
Oh, yeah. Um,
Did you see how they changed her look in that series? It's like,
yeah.
wow,
And they're
I mean,
doing the next one is going to be Monster, is going to be on Lizzie Borden.
yeah, yeah, they put it at the end. Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
I watched. I watch all those Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted
Yeah,
Bundy. I watch all of it because
yeah.
I'm a
We're
student
not.
of psychology, and I always try to work
Yeah,
out
yeah,
how these
yeah.
things.
At home, the television's 90% on crime investigation and
It's
all that
very
stuff.
people love that
I'm
stuff,
not.
but some
I'm
people
not.
can't watch it. Some
I
people
don't think
can't
I'm
deal with it.
normal, but it's always on that stuff. Just seeing the other side of things. But
So anyway,
anyway,
how does this go into the Kevin Netflix?
so my Kevin Netflix thing. Uh, this guy had some black and white pictures, and I think somebody colorized them. Uh, Look
Oh,
at the,
Dorian.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
1993, 6 weeks, 6 weeks out. Now these are usually in black and white.
I
This is
remember.
on his
Well, everybody
official
remembers
page.
those shots. Those are the
This is on
famous
his
shots.
official page. So, look at this.
Wow.
Now we have been seeing bodybuilding for the last hour and a half. Look at that, 6 weeks out. You know,
Jeez. He could have walked on stage like that.
of course. Look, he
I
had
think there, I
no,
remember, I think he said he weighed about
yeah.
267 there or something.
So he won in 92. So this is 93 when he came really big.
He came in at 253. I think he was
Yeah,
267. And he
yeah,
said, I could have walked on stage just like that. And I agree.
yeah. Look at that. No,
Jeez, man.
no
What a
injuries.
beast.
Look at that.
What a beast Dorian
Yeah,
was.
I came across these. Look. It's
Look at that.
unbelievable. People
He should have
say,
dropped about 5 pounds. He would have been fine.
yeah, people say he didn't have a proportionate, he was a block, but when he had no injuries,
No, he
he
was,
was,
he didn't have a small waist, but his back was so big
yeah,
that
but
he made it look small.
when he had no injuries, the muscle tie,
Oh,
look
when
at
he was,
that.
that was to me, that was his pinnacle. Was 1993 was the best story, and these pictures right here may be the best pictures ever. I
Yeah,
mean,
look at
his best
that.
as
I
ever his
mean,
physique ever was.
like when he started, see, that's the black, these are the
Yeah,
originals.
they were all black and white.
Yeah, somebody colorized them
That was
and
a good job. That was a good. They did a good job.
they did a really good job. Listen, I don't know, for some reason, Sean Ray says sometimes he should have beat him, but then you see something like this.
Well, 94, Sean Ray thinks he should have beat him because Dorian
No,
was a
yeah,
little too big and he was like had injuries, and
yeah,
Sean was perfect
yeah,
that year. But it's hard to overcome that size and
yeah.
freakiness.
No. I see a lot of guys and I go back to him. I don't know why. Dorian has just something about him.
Dorian was the shadow, man. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He would disappear for a year and he'd come back and then just kill
I
everybody.
mean, this is when he beat Kevin at the first Olympia. Kevin came, Kevin came,
Kevin was peeled.
yeah, that's his first Olympia. He came second, before his
Look how
tech,
small Kevin's face was. Look how
yeah,
small.
before his tech pec tear,
Listen, he beat Kevin. Kevin easily could have won that show. Next year,
Yeah,
Flex
yeah,
Wheeler in 93 was incredible, and
yeah,
he beat him because he was so good. 94, Sean Ray was
yeah.
incredible. He beat him. The only year that it really bugged me was the 96 or 7 against Nasser, where I think Nasser finally beat him.
Yeah. Look at when was this? 1995. What the
Yeah,
hell,
just
man?
an animal. Look at that back.
Can you
And
imagine?
people don't know sometime about him that he trained only about an hour a day,
Yeah, yeah.
4 or 5 days a week. He seriously did. He was never in the gym for 2 hours, 3 hours.
And if you saw
No
the
double
gym he trained
splitting.
in, you wouldn't even want to smell it.
Oh, his gym
It
was.
was it was just hardcore, you know.
Look at that back standing relaxed right there that you're on.
Yeah, look.
Look at that back.
Now this is what's his name next to him?
That's Paul Dillette.
Yeah, Paul Dillette. And
Dude, I saw Paul Dillette at the Olympia.
he's like this.
Dude, he looked like a stick.
Yeah, he's really
He was
skinny.
like 6'1", 170. He looked, I couldn't even believe it was him.
Yeah, he lost a little weight.
He lost
He's busy with his
everything.
federation.
You would never even know that he even lifts. And I saw Dennis James too, and he was very small.
Yeah, Dennis, I think he wanted to lose some weight.
He looks very, very small. He looks
He
good.
looks,
Looks
yeah,
good, but so
he looks
small.
healthy. Good for
Yeah.
them. Why? You
Dexter
don't
looked
need
good. He was,
you
small,
don't need
whatever,
that
whatever.
weight. You don't need that weight,
I think that a lot of them, for their health, they don't want to stay big anymore, and they
Why
want to.
should you? Listen, people forget they were professionals. They cannot stay like that for the rest of their lives. I mean, look at the strong men. Some of them have a problem losing their weight, and they end up dying of heart attacks because their
Well, that's what it
bodies,
is.
you know, it's it you know in Malta saying strongman in the last week, 2 weeks ago, there Ed Shaw, he's doing a series of strongman competitions, and they did 2 weeks in Malta, filming. So it should be probably on TV sometime. Uh, and Lou Ferrigno's coming here for the Comic Con in Malta as well, but I can't go because it's the same weekend as the Mediterranean Championships and the World Master Championships in Malta of the IFBB. So I can't go. I'll be busy. Um, so Lou Ferrigno's coming here as well, which is nice. And well, I guess that's it for our first live show.
That's it for our first live show.
We'll see. It'll catch on. Like,
Shout out to Dan Solomon. I want to say thanks again to him
yeah, yeah,
publicly
Dan.
for
Yeah,
making sure that I had amazing seats at the show.
yeah,
He always makes sure I have seats at the show. I appreciate that. So
yeah,
thank you, Dan.
yeah.
Again, Dan's coming out with a new book, or it's out already.
It's out
Check
already. We
that
talked
already.
about it.
Check
I
that
did.
out.
I
I saw
gave
Dan at
him.
the show, got to
Yeah,
talk to him.
yeah,
Great guy, so busy, but does a great job with the Olympia, does a great job, makes great speeches at the show.
yeah,
And I also saw that I guess it's Generation Iron is doing a new
yeah. They're
movie
doing.
on professional on the Olympia,
Yeah, on last year's Olympia, I think.
unless there's Olympia. It looked very, very cool. They did a preview, it looked really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Did you go see it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, because they had a screening. I don't know. I
Oh
thought
no,
you.
I didn't even know it was out until I didn't,
All
you know.
right, all right. They had a screening, and some people went to see it, and they said it was good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
looks really good. But
So,
anyway, so it was an amazing show, amazing weekend. The Olympia's
yeah,
done, and now
yeah.
we move forward.
Yeah, next week we'll be back to normal. Maybe we'll get some guests.
Yep.
To start working on some because we let it go by a bit because of the Olympian stuff, and then the silly season starts again. Bang, right away. There's a couple of more shows to go on now for next year
Yeah, there's still
qualifications.
qualifiers going. Yeah.
So people are gonna stay in shape, and try to get next year's qualification out of the way.
I think I mean, getting an early qualification, what a relief that must be to just be like, all right, I'm qualified for the Olympia, and
Yeah.
now I can just train.
Yeah,
So
maybe Quinton can get one early next year.
I saw Quentin at
Oh,
Dragon's
wow.
Lair yesterday,
Okay.
and first of all, his calves are like this big. I was looking at his calves and I'm going, holy crap, his calves are the
Yeah,
size of most people's thighs.
yeah, yeah,
But he was training, wasn't training hard. He just seems like he was kind of taking it easy, but he looked enormous. And I don't know. He doesn't look, he doesn't, he looks like he's gone into like off season. So I don't know if he's doing anything more this year, but of course I'm rooting for him because I think he's got a
yeah.
great physique, but he was at the
Listen,
Dragon Slayer and
he
you
had
know,
a he
doing his
had a
thing.
long year. He had a long
And
year.
look how many second places he's gotten, but
It
he will be
wasn't.
on the Olympia stage because he's got an
Yeah,
amazing physique.
it wasn't meant to be. So
He's going to be there, so it'll be interesting. And but it was a great Olympia. It was fun.
it's fun. Yeah. Um, the
Hopefully next year I can drag your ass out from Malta
yeah.
to come to the Olympia with me.
um, the other Olympia, in the IVB here, the pro, there's the Beano's pro event, and David's gonna be there trying to win it again. He'll probably win it. Our friend David.
Yeah, man, we'll get him
Um,
back on the show. He could tell us
I
how much
said,
vodka he drank before he went on
yeah,
stage.
I said last week, I think I mentioned it. Mika, who was the world champion, lost against him this year, challenged
Yeah,
him to compete at the Siberian Pro Show, which is huge. It's like the stage is amazing. It's held in Russia. Uh, that's a huge event. That's a huge event. That's where that Sergio guy, whatever, I saw him competing there for many
yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
So, and that's a guy coming next year. Hopefully, he stays in shape to come to the Olympia, a
Yeah.
Russian competitor. There hasn't been a Russian for I think a while at the Olympia, so that will be interesting, And anyways, we'll see what happens. So that's it for today. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, no, I mean we've been at it for 2 hours now, so
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm gonna go eat.
we'll get some pieces of this, and I'll share it on the channel so people don't have to watch the whole 2 hours if they want to just get certain parts. And that's it.
All right. Well, that's 21 in the books. We did it
Yeah.
live. We'll
So
see if we keep doing it
next
live.
week, supposedly we're gonna have another live show, another live, and hopefully more people get involved until they get used to it. Because obviously it starts at 12 Vegas time,
Which
and
is
9
Pacific
o'clock.
Coast.
Yeah, 9 o'clock in Europe in Malta. So Rome, Malta, Spain, the same time at 9 p.m. 9 hour difference. And anyways, we'll see how it goes, and we'll just continue to put out the material and get some cool interviews. I'm still trying to work on some people, and we can get some people that we had before, like Chris Aceto's son, which you met there as well.
Yeah, I got to
Great
take a picture
kid.
of him. I got to talk to him, and he really made the effort to see each other, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
become like a friend of mine, and
yeah,
I really
yeah,
really like him. He's a great kid, and of
yeah. Great
course I
kid.
took that picture with his dad
Yeah,
and him,
yeah,
a great picture, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So Fareed, I know Flex Wheeler said he wanted to come back on
Great,
talk about the
great.
Olympia, so
Yeah.
and then hopefully we'll get maybe after Keon competes at Prague, maybe I can get Keon to come on,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to get some female, like even female past competitors, we'll try to get Nick Scott when he recovers now. I mean, he deserves all the promotion he can get for his the wheelchair athletes. And listen, you know, we 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 just have to see who, like, to get a good conversation going, how people train and things like that. I mean, we can't always talk about the same subjects. It's like we just have to tap in on other things and see what people think, and maybe how things can change. So we're not putting down things, just trying to improve the sport in a
because
good
we love
way.
the sport. We want to see the sport flourish and
Exactly.
do even better and
Like a,
evolve.
A guy,
But
my colleague at work today asked me, he says, "What do you see in bodybuilding?" He trains a bit. I said, "I don't know. I've been following it since I've been 14. I just like it. I mean, I like it. All the negative things there are, I like it. So, it is what it is. I love all sports, Formula One, football, soccer, hockey. I follow everything still as much as I can. But bodybuilding for me, it's like a sport where I just like it. It's like, yeah, like Ramon winning this year just really blew me away. I was really excited. It brings the excitement back into the sport. Seeing him go back to Brazil, everybody celebrating.
yeah,
People are waiting for him at the airport.
yeah,
So
he's a superstar.
yeah, that's it. Now he can enjoy it and come back next year and try to win it again. But I'm sure he's gonna have competition. So
Always. But guys and girls, anybody who watches again, for Kevin and I, we so appreciate you watching. We appreciate if
yeah,
you like things and share it and more people subscribe. And we always love to get your comments and
yeah,
what questions you might want me to answer and ask
yeah,
Merlin or
yeah,
topics you want us to cover or
yeah.
whatever. So we appreciate you guys because we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for you
Exactly.
guys out there. So
And we love it, and we'll keep doing it.
yep. And Kevin, I wish you a great rest of the day and I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later and I'll see you next week.
Yeah. We'll see you guys. That's it for now.
All right.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
So, so let me.